also following JB and following Chatter US so you can find out when we are going live. We record this show nightly, right? We record it live nightly. So make sure that you are tapping in with all things DTN and downloading our podcast on your respective podcast platforms. And oh, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting something. Make sure you download a couple of episodes. Give us a like, give us 5 stars. Also, take a screenshot and share it on your socials. We want to get more and more people involved because at Debate the News, we don't just talk about it, we debate the news. We're going back to the show. JB, over to you.
No, absolutely, guys. I'll say this real quick, man. That Shannon Sharpe's an idiot, guys. He had too much to lose. He knew what was going. 1 second, bro. He knew what was going on, and yet he did it. Nelson's correct. When you have this much at stake, you don't do what you did. All right, and there are women that if he were into young girls, and I just like ugh, but if they're legal, he could have. I'm sorry. Instead of trying to go into a relationship and consider, I guess doing what he did for so long, he could have just went ahead and did something else. I just men put themselves in stupid decisions. He's going to try to get married now. He's going to try to. It's too late. He's going to try to rehabilitate himself through marriage. He's going to try to do a lot of different things. But he's living that life. He never expected to live that life. Shannon Sharpe wasn't that guy. He wasn't expected to be a playboy. He was a football player, and the way and it made him attractive to women. Where women were attracted to him because of his fame, and he took advantage of that. He never imagined growing up that he would be able to have that kind of access to those kind of women. So that's what I think is going on right now, folks. I'm gonna
Can I give a
open it up.
disclaimer?
Go ahead.
All right, I just want to say that the thoughts and opinions of our esteemed leader are not necessarily the thoughts and opinion of the rest of the cast of Debate the News. We love you, Shannon Sharp. Peace.
That's right.
That's what we call an African booty scratcher, right?
Jesus Christ.
That's your booty scratcher.
So, y'all, he was accused of sexual assault and battery?
Oh, I don't know what the civil complaint is. All I know is lawsuit, 50 mil, and I think he's countersuing for defamation, and I think he's gonna sue the attorney as well. Listen, it's a shakedown. This Tony Busby guy is like the worst kind of attorney in the world. Okay, it's a shakedown without a doubt. But at the same time, I think the damage to his reputation is going to be crazy. But if he's smart, now's the time to go viral and go viral with that podcast. If he's smart. So yeah, it's you can look at it both ways. The damage is already done. ESPN, his contract is definitely going to be done, but at the same time, I mean, he could use this virality and this motion to just go ridiculous with the podcast. I mean, just imagine an episode on that podcast about this situation. It's going viral. It's going absolutely viral.
Can I
Well,
add some
oh, go ahead, Bart.
more? I did a little grok machining on our friend Shannon Sharpe. Turns out he is a real fucking dirtbag. Starting in 2010, he had a restraining order with a young lady, Michelle, alleging harassment. 2004, he had an altercation with Erica Evans, mother of his son. Charges were filed. 2003, that's a defamation lawsuit with Brett Favre, doesn't matter. And then 2025, oh, I guess that's this one. I mean, there's, first of all, you know what? I'm going to keep it to myself. No one should talk or do anything to a woman like that, but that's 3 times. I mean, so that's all I have.
A lot of people trying to get money. They
Well,
might
I'm
be
with you,
innocent.
Martin. Because let me tell you guys, y'all talked. I think it was Rachelle that brought up Tony Busby and Jay-Z. But here in Houston, he's actually an attorney here, right? Like he's a, I would say prominent, but I'll say more infamous than anything here in Houston. And I don't know, like Deshaun Watson was a quarterback here for the Texans for a while. And there was a case brought against him, Tony Busby, with some ladies from a massage parlor who said that he that he sexually assaulted them with those happy endings, a happy hump day. And with that though, Deshaun and come to find out, like they recanted on everything that was said. But by the time they recanted, he had already been ostracized. He'd been traded. His name had been dragged through the mud, and he like literally was ostracized for his behavior, right, or for his alleged behavior. And so I have yet to see or hear of Tony Busby actually in court litigating anything. I haven't.
Yeah, Shaq, I gotta jump in. They didn't recant. He settled. He settled with all those women. He
23 of
settled
the
with all.
24.
Yeah, he settled with. Yeah, those. Yeah, they didn't
They
recant. He settled.
recanted.
Yeah, no, they
Because they
settled.
said, here's $1 million, sign this NDA and say
Yep.
recant.
Yeah, he settled. That's what I'm saying. He settled exactly. So I just want to put that out there.
Yeah. Well, I
Like I
mean,
said, go ahead.
you guys hear me now? Or am I still
No,
No,
you're
in
still
the
in the matrix.
and he currently has a civil lawsuit with a Jane Doe accusing Watson of sexual assault and battery in October of 2020 during a date at his apartment. That's not a massage girl, by the way. So,
So what was your
Some
point in
some of
that?
the accusers
well,
came
no,
from Instagram.
there's another
Some
one.
of those accusers did recant. Guys, some of them did. Some of them also said that they were coerced to join in on the lawsuit.
I'm reading Watson
Just
I'm
settled
money
I'm not I'm
grabbers.
not
23 of the
saying that there
24
weren't that it
lawsuits.
was. What did you say?
Watson settled 23 of the 24 lawsuits confidentially by mid 22. One lawsuit filed by Lauren Baxley remains active. She refused to settle, citing significant trauma.
I'm glad I ain't famous.
Damn. Like,
Say that one more time, Scar. You're in the matrix.
All
So
right, I
so
got
what did you
more.
find out about Jay-Z?
Let me do one last thing on this Deshaun Watson feller. The Houston Texans also had to settle claims with 30 women who alleged the team enabled Watson's behavior, including providing NDAs. Holy fuck, what another dirtbag.
But
well, not
listen
just
to
that.
this though. This is what I'm saying. Tony Busby does not litigate a thing. He attaches. That's why he's called an ambulance chaser. That's the freaking point.
Oh yeah, I
The,
agree with
the
that. He
dude
settled.
doesn't
He settled.
litigate a thing. He attaches himself to these cases, in particular against black men, and he attaches himself to these cases, and he does not litigate a thing. There was who was the Menendez brothers, one of their attorneys that he doesn't litigate. One of their early attorneys had the same approach. It doesn't he literally, like the Jay-Z case, the Deshaun Watson case. There are two other cases against very high profile black men, and he did the same thing with them. So you have something for that, Bar?
Yeah, that's 54 women that he was able to find and say, hey, I'm this famous guy that likes to go after black guys. Even though I'm a lawyer and all I fucking care about is money, I'm not buying it. The NFL doesn't just settle lawsuits. And it's so the NFL was not represented by Busby. They
But
got their own
no,
fucking.
you're talking about post Me Too, sir.
Huh?
You're talking about we are in the
So
era of
you're.
post Me Too.
Okay.
A woman can say a man blink. Let's not act like I'm just gonna say it.
Well, hold
You
on.
can blink
Let's
at a
have the
woman and
conversation.
something. I know I'm talking. So
Oh yeah, you
conversation
got
works that yeah, you kind of gotta wait a second now. Like we are in the post Me Too era. The bar, like what happened with Johnny Depp. Luckily he went to court and had it litigated. And what was found? That she lied. A
big
lot of
old
these high
nothing, bro.
profile, a big old nothing burger. A lot of these cases are being settled because it's it's better just to settle versus going through the court of public opinion and going to court and litigating it and having it being dragged out for months or even years. So in post Me Too, like before, now mind you, I'm not championing any type of that disgusting behavior, but we are at a point where we have seen men be accused and women have to have the very lowest of threshold to say what was done. And the fact that men keep getting, especially men of power and means, they keep getting caught up with this same like tactic is wild to me. Who's the intermediary? But go ahead, Scott, you got it.
Yeah. So I'm having, I get the whole Me Too thing, but I'm kind of shocked hearing that's your argument. 30 women outside of the 24. That is incredible numbers to say that this is just a Me Too thing. Um, I I have a couple other things, but I need to read it a little bit more. I don't want to say anything wrong. I want to know, like, 30 women with one guy. I'm trying to find out how many lawsuits did the NFL have to settle like this for other players? That's a crazy thing to think that one guy had 30 Me Too's that were just, oh, okay, we should just settle this
Well, it's
lawsuit.
not necessarily NFL. The Texans got under scrutiny because they knew what he was doing, and they actually provided a hotel for him to do it at because they said that he was putting himself at risk going to these different women's houses.
Huh. Anyhow, I'm just going to stick to he's a dirtbag and leave it at that.
Okay. Can
I
you
would
guys hear me
agree.
now?
Yes, Scott.
Okay. So, what I just want to say is that it's important to remember that civil liability is a preponderance of evidence, not beyond a reasonable doubt. So, this is how people win criminal cases, but then lose on the civil because the standard of evidence is much, much lower. And basically, that's the legal way of saying if the judge thinks there's a 51% chance that you might have done whatever it is that you are being accused of civilly, they can then assign damages and go from there, right? So there's ample reason why you might want to settle one of these cases because criminally, of course, you would fight it, right? But civilly, you know, the standard of proof is just much lower. I'll just land there.
Well, I wanted to say one thing.
One thing.
Playing that music, you, Jonathan?
Go ahead, LS.
No, Chad, you had a great point. I think it's on both sides. Listening to that, where women have changed, and I'm not getting into what Nelson was saying earlier. Being a pervert, I mean, you just need to be mindful and careful. But celebrities doing what they want, or entertainment, or high-profile people, they do that. Silicon Valley, just people do it, white or black. It's just more quietly kept. Some of it is kept, not even talking politics. A lot of it's kept way out of the media. It's settled quickly. But women have changed and they know it's a target. And of course, the perfect world is, you're right, like Cindy said earlier, find yourself a good one and marry her. But it's interesting how the bar has changed for women, because a lot of women used to didn't do that. And but that doesn't excuse the men's behavior. Let me be very clear. And I'm talking about of age. Let's be clear, really clear on that, of age. But it's a different world where you're out there, and like it's just interesting to me because women are just they're about a bag as well. That's all I'm saying. And the men are stupid. I mean, Cindy said it, men will do if you're sick. Men are stupid. I mean, let's be real. Like, she don't have. I'm not talking about. Let's not talk about Jeffrey Epstein and underage. I'm talking about any woman. I'm talking honey traps, right? When I was in Asia, I'm saying straight up honey traps. And a lot of politicians are trapped in them. I mean, that's one of the reasons I wish the damn
Amen.
Epstein files would ever come out, because we really know what Washington really does, D.C. But this is the game, and it's interesting. And it doesn't matter about the age. It's just, Jonathan was joking he paid for it, and it was of age. It doesn't matter. And my point is, massage therapy, or you go somewhere, it's interesting. You almost got to close yourself off. No, I'm talking about anything. You almost can't do. I'm in public places, and I was somewhere last weekend, and I swear 4 women walked up to me. I don't even fucking know. And I'm not that way. I just know local people, but I'm in Newport, and I'm like, I don't know you. Why are you talking to me? I actually have to be that fucking guarded. Luckily, some friends came up that I did know and were women, but it's weird because you don't know what the game is. And I'm not money, not yet. Hopefully, it's in the future. But I know enough people, and I do know some players. A lot of football players and sports players go to that spot where we're at, and they know me and I know them, and they are extremely guarded, and they're older, older than 42, and they're extremely guarded. And it's a sad thing. That's all I was saying, Chad. So I don't know where the world's going.
And chat, you want to know who had a lot to say about Deshaun Watson when he was going through his?
Who?
Shannon Sharpe.
Damn. Damn, damn, damn.
Boom. Damn, damn.
Damn,
Oh yeah.
damn,
Oh,
damn.
when he was on the FS1, he was sure acting a fool. I mean, he wasn't accusing him of anything, but he sure had a lot to say.
But
They have a
these,
pattern, though.
This is slightly
These
different
guys
though,
are
because
doing
this
that.
is low key considered a relationship. So we're not gonna just of course it was a younger girl as a relationship, but this is like a 2 3 year relationship, guys. So we're not gonna just act like he's just doing the most randomly. Like let's not do that.
Hang on. This can't be a two or
Yeah,
three year relationship if she's 20, because then she would have been
Bro, I
17.
just read it, bro.
they
It's
said
it's it's
19. They met when she was
they
19.
met when she was 19 in 2023,
Right.
Got it. Yeah, that would have made it even worse and more
yeah.
complicated.
But the issue is,
and
does
she
this open up
claims
the doors? Because
and then she claims that
does he
she's
have
and
others?
she claims it happened
Of
twice.
course she
Once in
does.
24 in October, and then January of 25. Right, but you met in 23. Right, like like again, the only thing his mistake to you guys' credit is maybe the whole age thing. But then if we're gonna factor in porn star and OnlyFans, like come on guys, like we're acting like she's just some random innocent college student. You know what I mean? This is what these guys do. And to hear the fellas act like it isn't a thing, like let's not go verify all the women that we double tap on Instagram. You know what I mean? Like, not saying it's equivalent to anything of this nature, but I'm just saying if we're going to use age as a reference in OnlyFans and what these girls are doing, IG models, and this is just their forte and what they're doing. And some of these girls, they didn't even want men their age. You couldn't even pay them to date a men their age. Men their age probably can't understand what it is they're doing for a living anyway,
Well, Don
right?
Juan,
So
there's two things here.
Hmm.
Sweet,
Number
yeah.
one,
They lie
you're
about
getting
their
that
age.
age to where, yeah, they're going to look up. But secondly, you get an OnlyFans or a star like that, all they're going about is the bag. They're looking for every angle to get in there. And if you're Shannon Sharp and you're in a position of power, do you think he's monogamous with somebody like an OnlyFans
Exactly.
girl? Come on, man. You know he's got a long list of them. And I'm just saying that's an
And
inference. But if you're going after OnlyFans girls, you're going after a lot of them. You don't just have one. It's not a long term monogamous relationship. People, everybody knows that, right?
that's the
Or-
dangerous part about it because Deshaun Watson's issue started out with just a couple of them, and then it went to 10, and it ballooned to over 20. So I think the reason why he offered her $10 was so that the floodgates didn't open up. That's just my point of view. Because why are you offering $10 million if you didn't do anything?
and Carlos, how many more are going to come out now after this girl?
And let's and
I
let's
don't.
talk about this, guys. And let's talk about this. And I love him, but it is what it is. Tiger Woods. He never did anything on age, but damn, I mean, I didn't know how many women he was with. Remember Tiger's story? That
He's
tripped
having a
me
good
out.
time.
No, but it was
you
like
offer
30
her a
women.
10 piece
It was
because you're
30
not the
like
seventh
plus women,
man
if I'm
coming
correct.
off the bench of the Pistons. That's why you offer her a 10 piece. You're not the guy nobody knows. If you're the guy nobody knows, you offer her nothing. It's a civil matter. Who
Yeah, you
cares?
have more to lose, so
Right.
you
If
got to
you're
offer more.
right. If you're the eighth man on the bench, you offer her not a dime, bro. Nobody gives a shit, respectfully. Right? But we're talking the guy everybody knows, bro. Like you offer her 10 to you, that's for you, hell yeah, you better if this is the case, right? Come on, let's be smart, guys.
Got it. Hush. Keep your mouth shut, Money.
But let's not act like these women. Listen, I dated a NFL player, a Texan, and
Was he a starter?
Hey, Chad, I want to hear about it.
If he
Tell me about
wasn't a
it, Chad.
starter, it doesn't matter.
Chat. I want to hear about it,
he
Chad.
Wait, was it
was.
Deshaun Watson?
No, it wasn't. I'm not
Are
Asian. No,
you
I'm
the
joking.
one that hasn't settled?
I'm holding out,
Hey, not so
Scott.
much on my chat, okay?
That's right, Stormy. But y'all, I mean, y'all have heard the stories. Like women will go through lengths to be in the hotel room, like to be near the plane, to be on the to be like when they come out of the locker rooms at home
Rookies.
games. They will sneak into the wag section, of like the wag box at the football games. These women will they dress up as maids. I've seen them be what is not room service, attend like room service women doing that. I saw one.
Yeah, yeah.
There was a woman underneath the cart, and there was another woman pushing. Her homegirl was pushing the car. They were supposedly bringing room service, and they were trying to get on the players floor. So it's like that's why I don't understand how men, how they keep getting caught up. Like, they know this, but I think maybe one of the reasons is without these contracts, without this money, they wouldn't have access to women that look a certain way. But after a while, I would think that it would wear off, that excitement
Mm.
about, this exotic looking woman or whatever, that would wear off, or running through women would wear off. But like, we're just seeing all this perversion, and where I think some of it is coming from is because we had decades and decades of men doing whatever to women, and women having to go it in silence. Women
Like
had to
an
endure a lot of
addiction.
this stuff, and yeah, yep, I do agree that that's some of it, Mark, definitely. And like, a lot of women, like especially like in the 60s and the 70s, they were sexually harassed. Think about what's her name, Anita Hill. What happened
Hmm.
with her and Clarence Thomas. She was dragged through the mud. And this is why I say the me post me too. Like, I think that's why the law is so laxed about evidence, or about the level of culpability with women, is because of what has been swept under the rug. Remember when Me Too first came out, all of these execs started quitting or getting fired. All of this stuff start coming out of the woodworks. Women start coming out like, well, yeah, even Biden had like a lady, didn't he put his hand on the small of a back of a woman, and
Yeah,
that
some
was a
little
thing?
girl
Or
too.
smelling
It was a
women's
girl.
hair.
It was a girl.
There was a
Like sniffing
girl
little girls.
sniffing little girl's hair. I don't know. Like, and so we get that. We had Cosby, we had Epstein, we had like, it's just all of this stuff. And then you have women that are like, aha, it's my payday. I remember back in 1957
He
when
sniffed
Bill
me.
Cosby touched my shoulder. And then now I can't
Touch.
do anything criminal. Now I can go the civil route. So you have, to me, like a culmination of stuff that it has gotten us here. Hopefully that makes sense.
And
Yeah,
Chad,
you
I
know.
That
appreciate
makes a
that.
lot of sense, Chad.
Yeah, I appreciate that balance, because you balance both sides. And on the men, it's just as real. And I think from a man's point, well, I don't speak for all men, of course I can't. It's probably ego more than anything if they're in power, and the fact that someone wants them, or they can do what they think they can do without just being a normal person and not being aware of how society has changed. Because you talk about women going to carts, getting in clubs or being in certain places. I've seen it, like in a hotel on the same floor. They're not even checked in a hotel. It's interesting. And I was with a friend. I was like, damn, how these girls get up here? How do you get up here without a key card? I was just like, damn. So you're right. But on both sides, men, have to be smart and like walk away. And I think some men, it's their ego, like, she wants me this bad, I'm good. Or they just think they're thinking old. They're thinking like, oh, she's innocent. I'm like, she ain't fucking innocent if she's up here. How's she going to the 18th floor without a key card? What do you think her motive is? Like, they're like, LS, you
Hmm.
killing my buzz, man. You killing my buzz. I'm like, man, I'm trying to save your buzz, I'm trying to save you, but I'm done.
Yeah.
You get STDs.
Oh, how we forget about that, Mark?
Nobody brings that up except
It's
for Magic
STD,
Johnson.
STIs.
That shit gets exhausting after a while. So, as a cameraman, my profession, you've been around a lot of this shit, and you travel with some of this stuff. It gets exhausting. But I'm gonna be honest with you, it's a 50-50. The women is just as bad as the man,
Oh
especially when
yeah.
those, especially when you in route, you in between routes, you having your driver pick them up from the airport in the car. Do what you gotta do. Oh, by the way, just drop me off at my location. Let me send you back to the airport. I'll send you back. Make sure she gets home while I go ahead and handle my business meeting. I mean, that shit is exhausting. It gets exhausting after a while. And
You done, Casanova? Careful, get back to that
I
gorilla
ain't talking
stuff.
about me. I'm just talking about I've been around.
Fuck. No one
We
cares.
can talk about you, Barth. Let's talk about you. What they doing down in Mississippi?
You marry a hot chick, you do shit right,
His
treat them
cousin.
right, open doors, and it's 17 years.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
don't have
good
to
for
worry
you.
about the choking people and being an asshole.
Like I said before, nothing wrong with choking as long as
Okay?
consent. As long
Like
as
I said,
consent.
that's some
That's it.
that's some serial killer shit, feller. All right, but you do what you want.
I ain't talking about me.
I know. Can we move on to something else? I've had enough LS for before midnight. Ellis is decent after midnight. All right, back to you, Bing. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Debate the News. We're talking about how Trump chickened out and China's mocking him. They have 150 million retweeting something that he's a chicken. All right, we're caving on these tariffs. He hasn't brought any real country to the table. China's like starting to make him look like a bitch. We keep hearing Japan's talking. We didn't see anything. India, yeah, they came to the table to sign something, but I think we're not going to give him tariffs on deodorant. So I think that worked out great for everybody.
Yeah.
All right, back to you, Bing. Hey, everybody, download this podcast. That part you just heard with LS, it will be cut out. So download Chatter
No,
So,
FM.
bro. I think that was Jay, wasn't it?
so
No,
Barth, you moved the conversation just for that.
wait. Were you talking about Jay or me, Bart? Because this is
Yeah,
LS. Because
Morris.
Jay
You
was
got to
speaking.
get him correct, brother.
Are we
Yeah,
done
yeah.
talking about
We
Shannon
already
Sharpe? Ellis, you're talking a little bit too much, man, for a podcast. So
Yeah,
yeah, guys.
okay, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So anyway, with that being said, so anyway, yeah, guys. Yeah, listen to me. I want to say this right. The Shannon Sharp thing, guys. I think that Shannon Sharp. Let me just get back to that. What happened there with that young lady? The young lady's taking advantage of him, but Shannon Sharp okayed that. He okayed it. He should have moved on. He should have made sure that he took the proper precautions. I mean, the conversations that he had. I think he recorded the conversation on her phone. He recorded that conversation, from what I understand, and and so and that's why he knows that how long it is. Guys, I'm just telling you that he did some stupid things. Um, Shannon Sharp did not. I don't know, guys. She's 19 years old. She's a goddamn baby. He's 54. She's 19.
Yeah, she's
19. Come on, guys. And that's, I mean, come on.
your
That's
granddaughter
like,
and shit.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I guess that could be his granddaughter.
It's terrible, bro.
You're
And,
right,
and,
though,
and here
JD.
he
She's too
is.
young.
And he offered her $10 million. He
Damn.
offered her $10 million.
And did she take it or no?
Now she agreed to take it out initially, but then she decided she didn't want it. But hey, guys, real quick.
Exactly.
All right, up top we have the podcast. Can you guys go up there? A lot of you guys here, I appreciate you guys. You guys have been supporting the podcast a great deal. But if you guys haven't done this yet, please take the time, click the link up top, and subscribe to the podcast. Follow the podcast and download a few episodes. That's all we ask, man. We come in here, we work our behinds off. Myself, Chat's been helping as well. Grant comes in here. Believe it or not, he comes in here because he's trying to make sure that the podcast does well. We are, Nelson, Cindy, everyone, Divine. We have Lauren. You guys, you just keep naming everyone. I can go down that list. J Lo, Danielle, Mariana, Jonathan, Jazzy, a whole bunch of people. Just come in here every
Brother,
night. And a
can
whole
you
bunch of
put your
Storm
cash app in the
here.
chat?
Come in
Can you put
every
your
night.
cash app in the
Come
chat?
in every night. Yeah, mute your mic. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. Just because I talk doesn't mean you talk. So let's just figure that there has to be hierarchy here to keep this thing in order. All right. So with that being said, they do a great job. All right, they do a great job every night coming in to make sure that you guys get the information, that you guys are entertained, and you guys leave out of here with a other perspective. And so with that being said, guys, if you haven't done it yet, make sure up on either platform, whether it's CH or whether it's not, it's a not just CH. If you're on CH or Chatter, make sure you guys are just downloading the podcast. So with that, let's jump back into it, man, because guys, listen to me. $10 million For this man to offer up $10 million, $10 million. I mean, you can get a hell of a defense team for what 1.5, and then for him to offer up 10 mil, there's something there. Unless he just didn't want to mess up the bag for that $100 million deal for the podcast. I looked, I tried to find the status of that podcast deal. I don't know what the status is of that podcast deal. So, um, I just think that when you look at this, the playbook is out there. You watch it happen to people that it should happen to, like the Diddy's and R. Kelly's and the Weinsteins, and everyone else. And then you see it happen to people that shouldn't happen to, and based on what the evidence is thus far, please note that, like the Jay-Z's and others that have gone through this, that they had to walk it back on. So with that being said, um, I think him, Mr. Sharp, once again, putting himself out there is just really unfortunate. Really, really, really unfortunate. Because I don't know how he survives this. Now he may survive like this as a podcaster because he owns his own podcast. That's his. Shay Shay's his. Um, However, I don't know how he survives this as a, how should I put this? A television guy, because this is not the first time. This is not his first rodeo, unfortunately. So I'll leave it at that. Right? Wants to jump in?
Yeah, I'd like to tell you the future. Here's what happens. Barstool Sports is a landing place for situations like this. He will explode there or somewhere else. This is only, and sadly, this is only going to help him, especially with podcasting become as big as it will be. But I predict he'll end up at Barstool Sports. Shit, John Gruden just signed a thing with them. Shit, they'll have a show together by next week. All right, you heard it here first. But it's not going to hurt him. He won't ever do the ESPN thing, but ESPN's fucking gone in 2 years too. So, who watches ESPN anymore?
Not anymore. I used to watch Sports Center back in the
But
'90s.
seriously, when was the last since Stuart Scott died? I haven't fucking watched Sports Center.
Is it still around?
No, he died. That's fucked
No,
up
is
for him. I
ESPN
know.
still around, silly?
Exactly. That's my point. Like they are hanging on by a thread. So Shannon Sharp's going to bounce off.
And
Remember Chris Berman?
Yeah, he was the
well,
best.
Yeah,
those were the times, but keep in mind, time's going to heal all. If you think about Rogan when he got controversial, he's smoking weed on a podcast, that shot him through the roof. He has one guest, that shoots him through the roof. Shannon Sharp had Cat Williams. So he's going to survive it. He just needs to let things settle down. We need to get back onto our politics rage. And then he's going to just creep back up. And you're right, Barstools is a great landing place for him. He probably might even sign a larger than $100 million podcast or a deal, and all is going to be well in his world. And he'll probably make the same mistake again in 2 or 3 years with another woman. And you know what? That's kind of what they do. History repeats itself. So we'll have to keep an eye on it.
That may be, Storm, you may be right, but once again, guys, listen to me. Yeah, this is not what the problem with this is. It's going to open the door for others to come in and say that they had similar experiences. All right, and start looking for more
copycats.
money. Exactly. So and looking for more money. That's the problem. That's the problem that they're going to have here, guys. Shannon Sharp, right now, Shannon Sharp, he's really put himself in a situation, a really tough situation, where he had to pay, offer a person to own. First of all, so what is he doing with someone for OnlyFans? I don't know.
Well,
Think about
Bing.
that.
Didn't he just get rid of the other case? Didn't he just get caught with the
Yeah.
woman on the phone having sex on the phone? He just got caught on Instagram with the woman having sex on Instagram. Now this is another case. Hold up now, Shannon. Come on now. He
He's
just
having a
finished with
midlife
a
crisis. Give him a break. He's having a midlife crisis,
Nah, we
okay?
can't. Nah, we can't give him a break now. You just got caught with a woman having sex on the phone with a woman. Now you got rape allegations. Somebody finna get fired.
Yeah, but it's just a civil suit. Like he's not facing any criminal charges.
Yeah, he's not. First of all, he's not going to get fired. Number one, and number two,
You don't
what?
think? I just want to be clear. You don't
No,
think ESPN's going to fire him?
no, he won't. And number two, what a coincidence! Because I just did some reading on this myself, and what a coincidence that this happens the day before um, the
Draft.
people say that he's going to get the $100 million contract. Like all this is just a fucking money grab. Again, the focal point is to JB's point, bro. The whole 19 to 54. If we're going to talk about anything, that's the topic of discussion. Because at the end of the day, this is I mean, it's clearly a grab. It's clearly a grab.
But he
Yeah,
might be in on it. He might even be in on it because he definitely was in on it with the Instagram thing.
I'll be honest. Once it's about time for the Diddy trial to start, they'll forget all about Shannon in a couple of weeks, and it'll calm down.
Oh, Shannon's out of the news cycle by tomorrow at 11 a.m. Trust me, he'll be moved on from.
Yeah. It's like I said,
He'll get fired in the second page of the news next week. He's not going to last with ESPN. ESPN's shouting to the rooftop right now. They don't have the money to pay somebody like
Yeah.
him.
Who cares about ESPN? Look, even if ESPN lets him go, I'm still gonna support him. I don't give a shit what's going on because
Shit, ESPN probably paid the
yeah,
OnlyFans girl to get out of the contract.
See, but a fun fact we don't know is that he already had alerted ESPN of this before it even got out of control. So
yeah.
ESPN was already well aware of this crap before it even hit the airwaves.
Well, what that scumbag attorney probably did is went with the phone call first, see what the offer is. He did like, fuck, choking. That's not going to look good. Let's throw her 10 million. My contract's 100. An endorsement pick up there that'll cover it. And
See,
then
now you're talking.
scumbag
Now
lawyer
you're
said,
talking, bro.
I
Now
forgot to
you're
hit
talking.
send on this
Yeah.
email, this
Now you're
video here.
talking.
Now what do you got to say?
Damn, Bart, that's good.
Well, listen,
They all
scumbag
have dirt
lawyers
on each
work
other.
just like scumbag businessman, hashtag Trump. You put a person in a position, well, I don't want to I should make this political. It is negotiation. You throw it from where they didn't see it. You come harder than they expect. Ooh, that is not a good thing to say in this
Shoot,
conversation.
they didn't go this hard at Brett Favre for stealing money from.
From the
Oh.
children's hospital. Exactly.
Mhm.
Oh,
And the
it was
private school
forgotten
the
about.
kid was going to at the time. Back when I had
Swept
a
right under the rug.
yeah. Money will make everything disappear.
Yeah, but Don had a good point. What is it with old men and young women? What is it
Bill
with the 30 the
Belichick
Hey,
got
30
Young dudes like
because
cougars.
we
can we
definitely didn't
talk
drag
about the
Mr. Hugh Hefner like
negotiating? Let's talk about the idea of negotiating, Barth. So here's the thing. What is Shannon Sharpe's net worth overall?
I'm sure it's a lot.
Good
If you give
question.
me 30 seconds, I'll tell
Yeah,
you. Hold on. Keep
because when you
going.
think about it, if she got an offer of 10 million and now she's put the kibosh on a $100 million contract, that might not be the smartest thing to do unless he has significantly more than 10 million to pay her, right?
Well, he talked about how he missed out on a Google IPO in an interview, yeah, with Mark Cuban. That was like one of his
I'm
biggest
just I'm you don't understand
regrets.
what I'm saying.
So,
She's asking for 50 million. 10 million is a pretty good settlement. So does he have 100, 200 million? Because she's already kiboshed that contract probably, right? So that's not going to be there because you're talking about negotiating. I'm thinking, well, I don't know about that because it would really depend on whether she thinks she can get a hell of a lot more from him.
Well, Tara, there's another part of this. When you guys are asking why young girls, hello, does anybody else want a 60-year-old dried up lady? No.
like, who
Come
asked
on,
why
man.
young girls? Like, I could have told you that, but I'm in my 40s.
So I hope
Yeah, but
somebody didn't ask that
a
seriously.
30 a
I'm just
30
kidding.
year difference is crazy, bro. The
Oh,
fact that you're
it's
perpetuating
disgusting.
that is crazy.
It is
That's come on
absolutely
But
now, Storm.
disgusting and horrific.
but you did.
30 year difference is crazy.
But it's nothing new. A good
Well,
fellow named Hugh Hefner.
Tell
Yeah,
that
and
to Bill
he just
Belichick. Tell
publicized
it
it.
to Bill Belichick,
Yeah,
huh?
that's what
What
I
does
was
he
gonna
have?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Bill
60
Belichick.
years or
Oh,
something?
that's right. Bill
She's
Belichick.
like 22 or something, maybe
Bill
Let's bring
Belichick is
Is
the
Belichick.
he
king
like
of it.
70 something? Or is
Let's
70
he?
bring
something.
Belichick to the front end.
Yeah.
He's
Hey,
had his
so he's
issues too.
coaching at North Carolina right now, which is
And he
hugely
also
ironic.
hired, right? He
Hold
hired
on,
both of his
Terry. You don't even know
sons,
their
right?
mascot.
He
You were
hired
cut me
both of
off.
his sons,
What's
didn't
North
he?
Carolina's mascot?
No, I don't. Well, wait a second.
You
North
then
Carolina.
don't
I
cut
don't
me
know.
off when it comes to college football.
No, but didn't he hire both of his sons there too? Isn't there some big thing to do about that?
Every coach does that.
Oh, but I think his girlfriend actually intervened and said, "Don't mention it like that. Focus on their personal attributes. Don't say that they're your children,
Well,
etc." So
damn
she's
it,
sort of,
Terry. You're taking what
yeah.
I was going to say. His
Hang
girlfriend
on.
Well,
What was
told
just
him
because
Anna?
to
I know about,
practice.
What was Anna Nicole Smith's age
They're the
difference
Tar
with that
Heels.
billionaire? Was it like 50 years? Because that would be
yeah,
like,
Yeah.
because he was like 85 or 6 or something. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. She's the one that like made it accepted. Because after like
yeah, she
chicks
was
saw
the
how much
pioneer,
money she
Barth.
got, they're like, well, saggy balls for a few years isn't that bad.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
no,
worth a
Hugh
couple
Hef.
million.
I would say Hugh Hefner was one of the pioneers of this.
No,
Yeah,
I agree. I had to find a way to say saggy balls in this conversation.
and you found a way, Barth. Great job.
Thank you,
Congratulations.
Barth. We're all thrilled that you could
Now we need
weave
to
it
talk
in.
about saggy boobs
Weave it
because you know
in.
what? If you have saggy
You
balls and
already
saggy
said
boobs,
that
it
one,
just doesn't work.
Storm.
Huh?
Yeah.
Y'all are a mess.
Well, hold on. Let's go back to that negotiation thing.
Go ahead, Bar.
So, no, oh, well, Tira, or did you have something,
I
chat?
asked.
I was
No, I
just going to go.
asked you. I
Nuh-uh.
asked you what his
Go
net
ahead.
worth was, and you were going to Google it.
Yeah, I looked it up. Those are never really accurate. It's saying only 14 million,
Then
but
it's a really stupid play, isn't it?
hold on. They know somebody that's on the cusp of getting $100 million contract will get picked right up by somebody else. And they also know that in 2026, podcasting is going to be a $27.5 billion company, but yet in 2029, a $96.8 billion business. Shannon Sharpe is only going up. He is one of those that will say whatever it is, and he's really not meant for ESPN, to be honest. He is going to explode off of this, but like I said earlier, sadly. That's just my opinion.
We are in the age of men being the victims. Okay. Hence our commander in chief. Okay. And yeah, I think he's gonna get on the other side of this. And the whole negotiating thing, I think he went in too high. I think he was like, listen, I'm gonna give you this 10 million so you could just shut up. But going with Busby, Tara, I don't know if you heard of Tony Busby, but we know
Sure, of
him
course
here in
we
Houston.
know. I read his complaint and also read the rape thing,
Hmm.
and that was clearly we had discussed it at great length. How weird it was that she was saying
Right.
she had been driven down from Rochester, whatever it was, and the father said no, he did. The whole thing made no sense, and of course now it's gone.
Yeah, so with like her as his attorney, I mean as him as her attorney, even if you look at the Jay-Z case as well, that fell through. I don't know. Like I don't know if he's using this as a negotiating tactic and if it will actually work because it didn't the last time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it does sound like I mean, the last time there literally was no way to even prove they were in the same room together. Remember? I mean, there was no evidence that she had even been at that party. Right. So to me, that was there was literally nothing. And in fact, there were many facts that didn't make any sense. And is she even suing him now? Something, not only did they drop the lawsuit, but something happened to him. But I think in this case, at least we know they were in the same room together, let's just say.
But y'all do know that women like older men, right?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
just
I'm
finna
just
say that.
yeah,
Don't make it seem
mid
like it's one
decade.
sided, like all these guys just hawking for
Yeah.
prostitutes, and they're
100%
just forced to
yes.
be like, okay, we want you back. Like, no.
Look at Tammy. Go on, girl. Tell us about it, Tammy.
And no, men under 40 are still children, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, like women, we like older men. I don't understand what's the problem.
How much
They-
older? That's the question.
They got money.
I
Is it
Listen,
because
mean,
you want them to
that's
how
be
a
your
about
plus,
this?
Mark.
daddy
What
or your
defines it?
granddaddy?
What defines it is if a woman finds herself in a position where she's teaching a
That
man
man is
what to
Paw
do,
Ooh,
Paw.
then
position
he's
teaching.
too young.
Women like security, and with older men, they see they can get that.
No, my friend, doesn't work that way.
Cha-ching,
That's not
cha-ching.
fact.
No, no, no,
Listen,
no, no.
listen. At least
Y-
that's what I've been
I
younger
told.
pay
men
my
aren't
way.
don't give security.
So now I said women. Most women who date up like security. That's why they date
No,
older
I'm
men.
agreeing with you, Jay. I was talking to
No,
Tammy.
I
Go
was
Yeah,
ahead.
talking
but
to
no,
him.
not all women. Not all.
Tammy picks her
Not
men by their
all, but
maple
most.
syrup farms.
Yeah, a woman
Exactly.
that wants to date and that prefers older men, it is about security. Like that's the main thing. It's about. It's not only just financial security; it's emotional security.
Yes, yes, emotional and they're confident. They know what they want, same vision. Because think about it, women at an earlier age are still always more mature than a. If you're a 13-year-old girl, you're always going to be much more mature than a 13-year-old boy. Women just mature faster through adolescence. So we kind of always look up to more of a challenge, you know? Adam and Eve, right? She got
Was they
him.
like a year apart?
She
I
got
don't
him
Mm.
think
to
they
eat
were
the
that
apple.
far apart
Eve
in
was a
age. I
whore.
gotta be honest. I don't think that's really it. But
Tammy, are
look,
you currently in a relationship?
Well, hey Tammy, I got to ask you though.
Absolutely.
We talk about
Ta-
older men. What about older women going after young boys?
oh, absolutely, man. The Cubs. Of course.
Yes, like the Cougars. Like what
The
does the
Cougars
Yeah,
going
Cougar
for
get
the
yeah.
out of that?
Cubs.
She just gets
Absolutely.
a
But those are the
what did they
boy.
get?
But you know what? The Cubs want to learn from the Cougar, you see? And there are some Cougars that do
You
not consider
skipped
themselves,
Puma
they ain't
status.
teaching boys. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell y'all, older women sexual peak is around late 30s, early 40s.
That's
Yep.
right.
Yes, man.
Okay,
50
30s
for
is
so
A
me.
man
fine.
who's
That's
and
right.
most
35 doesn't
older
know what to
men,
do.
most older men can't keep up.
There's a lot of honey packs flying around in
It's
this room
50
right
for
now.
me.
That's a
Hey,
honey
what's a
pack.
honey pack? What's a honey pack? Tell me.
You got to define
A
that if
honey
you're gonna say
pack is
Are white
like
fellers allowed to know it?
liquid Viagra, I guess
that.
you could say. But
Whoa.
you can buy it over the counter.
Oh,
Yeah.
You
It
that's
does the trick.
can get it
they
at
don't sell
the
that where I go.
yeah,
We
you can buy
become a
it over the counter.
pharmaceutical room.
What's that website? Just kidding.
But
Yeah,
Let
yeah, so like when women, hit, it's a couple of years that sexual prime, like, older men are in the decline sexually. So,
Jackpot turns 40 on
mhm.
Friday.
leg day and beet juice do you just that.
Leah,
But Chad, I think that depends on who the men are and how healthy they are. But
okay,
I
to,
think
yeah,
LS,
it
okay,
but to
does.
Jay.
another point, I'm not
LS
that
is
old. But to
doing
another point, to younger women, I think the younger women that
have
I
to
at least
beat them
experienced,
off
I
with
think
a
the younger.
stick.
What'd you say, Bart?
You have to beat them off with a stick. You,
No, it's not that. It's not that.
it's
I
lock
think the security thing is comfort. Someone said it earlier. You're right. The security from driving. Security thing is comfort. It's not just financial because a lot of them they just want to know. They want to look up to someone. They want. Actually, in my experience, they want a mentor. That's what I keep seeing. They want someone to mentor them.
How old a feller are you?
I'm older than 42. That's all I'll say.
You're
But
only
I'm in my late
42?
40s.
I'm
No,
45.
I'm in my 40s. Well, that's it. But my point being, that's not the point. My point being, some guys are in their like 70s or 80s. I'm looking at them with younger women, and these guys are healthy. They run like 4 miles a day. I'm like, damn, you run 4 fucking miles a day? You like 69?
Sugar
Damn.
whore.
But I mean, that's who they are. Whatever they're doing. But that's not the point. The point is, I'm wondering why they're with women that are in their 20s, right? And so I'm just trying to look at the game, but women, I really want to hear the other side of that, the cougar side, because
I'm sure you
I'm
do,
just yeah,
LS.
chat,
Called
chime in on these
stamina.
older women, chat.
All right.
I did. I'm in my early 40s. I'm just saying
Not
that
you. I'm talking about
typically
other women. That women are in their
I'm not a
60s.
See, I got the
cougar. I'm not
Heisman.
a cougar.
I'm not saying you.
I'm in
I'm asking
Jaguar
chat.
age. I'm in Jaguar
Pat, you're a
age.
Puma.
Hey, what's a Chad? What's a Jaguar age?
Huh?
I'm a cougar. I'm a
What's a
cougar
Jaguar
with
age?
the Jaguar.
My
47 to
I'll
age.
speak up.
52.
What you say, Laura?
I'm a cougar with a Jaguar speed. And I'll tell
Hey.
you what, guy who fuck the eight. There's no fucking way I'm going to with a 70 or 80-year-old. No. And there
Thank
is
God.
I'm not going to tell you what I thought she said if she
a
was going into the Matrix, because I don't think Bing will ever let me in here. You're in the Matrix, but go ahead, chat, or if Laura, if you're back.
I'll try to chime.
Not
Can
working.
you hear me now?
Nope. Restart
No,
your
you're
back.
glitching.
She's Cadillac Escalade, huh?
So, chat,
Huh?
Puma
How about now? Can
status
you hear?
is 42 to 46.
Oh,
Welcome
okay,
back to
yes. I'm a
another
Puma.
episode of Low IQ
Jaguar.
Dumb People, aka Jonathan.
What you say, sweetie?
Oh, that's
My
he
goodness.
is. Isn't that the guy that comes up and
Who is
he
that?
probably already got kicked down on Clubhouse. You remember that guy used to come in Clubhouse and be like, TDS is a real problem.
It
It
was
would be up
Oh,
like
it was
40
yeah.
a
minutes long.
comedian, comedy comedian on Clubhouse.
Oh, okay. They need to be blocked. What were the age groups there?
Jaguar is 47 to 54. And depending on where you grew up and how your skin looks, 55 to 62 is cougar. And about 63, you ought to just hang it up, call it a night. I'm just kidding, ladies. That was a joke.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm a Puma.
You're a
But
Puma.
I'm
but
a
you
early
you
Puma.
you do know like
Uh,
I'm still
STDs
a
are high
kitty
among
cat.
elderly people, right?
You say what is
Well,
hah?
STDs
LS, are you spending a lot of
Jesus
time at the
Christ, Bart.
villages or what?
I heard that.
STDs are high among the elderly, especially if you
Oh,
go to all these
shit.
if you go to these
Retirement
nursing
and
homes. Yeah,
assisted
Nursing
living
homes.
homes.
yep.
They're
Yes.
getting it on, huh?
That's
Y'all ever
just
heard
They're
of the
getting it
gross.
villages
on
in
like big
Florida?
time.
Hook up Central in those wheelchairs and walkers.
Yeah.
What up?
Oh, they find a way.
Oh, yeah. That's a
They do.
great
Oh, they
LS
got
idea.
got a
orgies and
LS got
everything.
a
They
side
really
job
got.
valet parking at the
Hold
villages in
on,
did
Bart.
Florida.
y'all?
That's
That was
nasty.
Jay. That wasn't me, man. You
That's
gotta.
what I'm
You
You're
saying.
ain't
getting
sounding like him.
J
That
and
wasn't me.
LS mixed up, Barth.
Yeah.
The CDC actually paid to study this, and like, because there was outbreaks and stuff. And what they found was that basically after menopause, they were like, women were like, you don't need to use condoms anymore, and the guys were like, great. And that's why everybody got STDs.
Probably right.
I mean, it's like you're not going to
Probably
get
day
pregnant,
after.
right? Okay, fair enough. That's what happened.
Yeah, welcome to
Did y'all?
DTN After Dark.
Did y'all read off the text messages that Shannon Sharpe released?
Oh, I
No.
know that's not going to be a
Okay,
problem.
well, I don't know if y'all read those, but if you read the text messages, you could clearly see that this girl was just baiting him based off of money, because the fact that the way that she was responding to him, I don't see how he couldn't see the signs. Because I mean, like any woman that says "put your baby gravy in me," that's clearly a money grab.
Yeah, that's a money grab.
Yeah, she's
Like,
messy.
Just had good jokes.
no, that's not
So
a joke,
so
Barth. Come
so
on.
so Bart. This is LS. I'm gonna have to go back to Million Marathon 4 years ago. This is LS. But I want to ask Chat something. Chat.
Huh?
There's a spot in Orange County, and it's known. I asked you. It's for the room as well. It's known as a cougar spot. Literally, a lot of women go there. What means, and they're looking for young men. My friends have told me about it, and it's been
Right.
hopping for
Hey,
the
give me
last
the
20 plus.
address. I'm in Orange County. I want the address.
Okay, then message me and I will. I won't say it publicly, but you probably know
I'll
it. If you
message
know,
you.
if you know Orange County
Say
and
it
you know that.
publicly.
But I'll say this. I'll say this. It's somewhere around the Newport Beach, Laguna Beach. It's between Laguna
Yo,
Beach and
what up,
Newport
Oh,
Beach.
that
LS?
okay.
But and if you're in Orange County, it's
I want to
between
see their
Laguna Beach.
website. What's the name of it?
No, no, no. You Bart, we ain't doing that. But I'm not getting sued.
What is it,
It's between
illegal?
Newport Beach and Laguna Beach. And
Costa
if
Mesa,
anyone
Laguna Beach. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
between there on PCH, and if
You
you
talking
know
Is
the
about
is
area.
Irvine?
Huntington Beach.
No,
and
on
some
East Shore.
Javier's. Is it
high
But
end
Javier's?
real
listen,
Cincinnati
stop,
Boulevard,
estate.
next to
stop.
the In and
I
Out.
want to get to. Hey, yo. I want to ask
Ellis, is
Chad a
it
question.
Javier's?
No, it's not. And I'm not saying anything. Look, message me because I'm not getting sued. Listen, but
Look
Life
at
my
is
the
point
crappy.
is,
You
GPS
ain't
chat,
coordinates.
domestic
chat,
LS.
chat. I
Does it
asked
have a
Chad a
bunch of
question.
upside down
Let
pineapples
me
outside?
Yeah.
let me
What's a
get Chad a
pineapple?
question because I want to hear her
So
insight.
so tell
Chat.
me,
So these
I want to
women.
know, hold on. Hold on, I
Ah,
want to know like the age of the women and the age of the men there because that's some
oh,
high
okay,
end real
okay.
estate.
So lately, this is what I've heard. I haven't been there in
Heard.
a long time, but we were at another spot and they keep telling me this, right? So I think the women are somewhere between 45 and maybe 70, and
Amen.
the men that they like that I'm hearing is somewhere, in their late 20s, early 30s, 40 at the most, but look good either way. They're all in shape, they're fit. It's supposed to be a spot, and I was like, damn,
LS, you have a
so.
lot of alleged information.
Well, I'm not. That's I'm on a public forum. But Chad, I
Hmm.
want to
Well,
know.
if you want to go there, just go to the Spagantini
Oh no, that's
Grill
not.
and
That,
Jazz
oh no.
Club
That's. But
over in Seal
Chad,
Hey,
Beach.
I gotta
I
say,
want to
I
get to
did
the
party
point.
with
Uh-huh.
LS.
Hold
It's
on,
known as the Cougar
yo.
Bar.
Let me ask Chad a
Y'all,
question. So, Chad, what do you think about that with these women? I mean, from your perspective, former military, because I'm former military too. But what's up with the women game on that, and what's the reverse of it? I want to hear your insight.
what on women get dating younger or older?
Yeah, the Cougars. I mean, like straight up, like
Oh,
you have
Oh,
means,
quiet
you
room.
have power, you have
Ellis has
control.
never been
The
there.
women definitely have all of that. The men don't. Literally, I'm saying
yeah.
these women, they have they like. So remember how you were saying earlier how men used to like Clarence Thomas, they would prey on women. A lot of that also is money and power and position, right? Outside of just innocence. Let's just talk about that. So that's what I wanted to hear about because these women are at that position and it's growing. And I'm interested to understand. Maybe all of their men died off, whatever, but I don't know. I'm just want to hear your side.
I mean,
Yo,
I
LS.
see it. Oh, okay. Go ahead, sir.
No, I just wanted to say I'm about to hop off. I just wanted to say what's up, guy. Yo, I partied with this man. We were out in Mesa. This man's a
Oh
fucking
my
legend.
God. You
Praises and
cut
cheers.
off a
That's all I
woman
wanted to
for
say.
this?
No, don't do that. Don't do
Yes,
that. They don't need
Bart.
to know where I
Yes,
go.
Bart.
Don't. I
Uh,
mean, that's for
yeah.
me and you. Thank you, but
I'm
don't do
out.
that. Don't do that. I don't need it, and thank you. I appreciate you. I'll message you later, but I don't. I don't do
You're
all
gonna
that for
Venmo him the
public.
20 bucks
That
you
was
said just
Justin
a minute ago?
Bieber, bro.
All right, Chad, I'd like
I
to go
know,
back to
but I
you,
don't.
please.
I don't even
Now we're
name
going to
places
change
I
the
go to.
title to the LSJ fan club.
No, it
Can
ain't. Don't do
can
that.
Chad
Listen, but
please
chat,
just
go back,
answer
please,
the
chat.
question,
Chat, go back.
please?
Yeah, because I didn't know it's 18 people in here named Chat. My God.
Right?
Thank you, Tina. No, I think like women that like the cougars that like the younger men, typically they were in marriages where the men didn't satisfy them sexually. And they needed some young meat. Okay.
Yep.
They,
That's why
You're
I always
spot on.
appreciate you. I mean, you just keep it
you
real.
just
Keep it
and
real. I just
then
want to
No, Chad,
understand it.
spot on. You're spot
they
on,
needed
Chad.
some young meat, right, Tammy? They needed that young meat.
Yeah,
That
they
could
they
hang
didn't
with
get
them.
their serving early,
Yeah,
and
they
then they're
still have
like,
an
you know
appetite.
what?
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it now. I got money. I got this. I got that. And
right.
these young boys, they don't have anything. So,
Yeah, and then
yeah.
like they could have suppressed. Like now, women are more sexually liberated, right? I don't know if y'all heard of the Madonna horror complex, but there are a lot of women that are in marriages that men pedestalize them into this space where they can't be sexually free, right? They are this wholesome version, right? The Madonna, right? And so men don't want to see their wives that way. They don't want to see their wives as the whore. The whores are for the whores, but the Madonna is this pedestalized version, but that confines a lot of women. Women are like, listen, in the bedroom, I might want to, might want you to choke me a little bit. They may like that. And so, like, so I think like some of those women that are cougars that are going after young men, where they are exerting some type of power over, I think they are actually able. They grew up in a time where they couldn't be sexually liberated. Now, not only can they make their own decisions, but they have full autonomy over their bodies and their sexualities, and they can exercise that and tell men what to do. So that's what I think, but I'm not quite there yet. But that's what
But
I think.
Chad, but Chick, thank you so much for that because that makes a lot of sense. Like you going back to it was a movie I saw like maybe it was even Wall Street or something like. Well, I don't do that because I don't do that with her, with my wife because that's the mother that kissed my kids. But this goes back years, like 25 years ago or so. But then the other women, they'll do other things. I'm talking about the men. So the men, you're saying in this relationship, the men who had power over these women are now free. And so they're coming out. Okay. Thank you. That
I,
makes some
I
sense.
don't. I have a different perspective. I'm. I mean, if you want my perspective, I'm 60. Up to you.
Yes, I listen to
Okay.
everyone's
Yeah.
perspective.
So I was. I had more ambition and more education and more doors open up for me early on in my marriage. I was together for 27 years, married for 24 years, had 4 kids with my first husband, and I we just grew away, in different ways, and it wasn't. And so I just really what I'm looking for is I'm not just looking for some hot dude that's 10 years, 20 years younger than me, that I'm the cougar and it's just all about what's happening between the sheets. That's just I mean that's of course incredibly important, which is a challenge if you're 60 and you're dating older guys, right? It begins to get to be, but I mean there's pills and there's other things, but it's still not the same as somebody that's 10 or 20 years younger. So that I agree with. But hell, if I'm taking on a project, I'm not somebody's mentor, and I'm not taking on a project. That dude's got to have like his shit together. I'm not interested in. So from just my perspective, I was the breadwinner in our family, so I had, and there wasn't an aspect of independence or sexual freedom or any of that with I wasn't in that type of relationship. Neither were most of my friends.
No, thank you for that. I appreciate it. That's a great point. I just think the world's changing on a lot of levels. And we started out off like you're right, older guys with very young women, porn stars, celebrities, etc. And then chat brought up something and we kind of flipped the script because I'm trying to figure things out. It's interesting how things keep changing. A lot of things are changing. And obviously people need to do what's moral, in my opinion, what's morally right, what's right for you, what works, and what's out there. But it's interesting how the tables have turned, at least on the West Coast, I can speak about.
Hold on,
Well,
is this
think
shit being
about it.
recorded?
Well,
No,
think
but
about
women
it.
look goofy.
Right? My
Women are
dad.
making more
I
money
sent my
now.
daddy the podcast yesterday. What'd you say?
Women are making more money now, right? They're into,
So
bigger
what?
positions, higher positions, executives, and they're making good money. And sometimes they're the higher income earner of the household. And doors open up and more money, and they start thinking, I don't know, if they're not happy in their marriage, got no problem, they get out of it, but they look forward, and they got money. But I mean, I'm sure, we now here in Canada, like, women equal pay with men. The same job, the same pay. It used to be where it was low, but I mean, women are making money.
But
No,
is that sexy for a man?
Oh
Like,
no, no,
would that
men don't
turn a
like
man
it.
on? They want to hear that.
Men
no,
don't
it
like it,
doesn't.
but
No,
some
it
don't
doesn't,
care
Shat. No, it
because they're
doesn't.
They're
Wait,
confident
my
in
wait,
what
wait,
they're
wait,
Cindy.
wait.
doing.
Shat, do
Cindy,
not
Cindy,
listen to the bullshit.
Cindy,
They're my Cindy
No, it does
girl.
Cindy,
not. No, it does not. It hurts
Cindy,
the marriage.
Cindy,
What?
Cindy. I got to speak. This is LS. No, listen, it depends on the man and if he's got his own money or his own means. So let's be very clear about that. It
No,
depends
we
on the
can be
man.
clear. Let's
Yeah,
be
and if
clear.
he's got his own
Hmm.
means and his own money. But the majority of men, if we're talking about society, yes, I agree with you. But let's
Oh,
keep it 100.
okay.
And also, women look stupid with younger guys, okay? It doesn't look as stupid the other way, but it looks really stupid because we're moms and we have sons, and it looks disgusting to me. It always has, it always will. Even at 18 years old and 19 and 20 working in my dad's nightclubs, I thought it was gross. But when the older guy came in with the younger, whatever, it was like, whatever, sugar daddy. Okay, we know why she's banging him. The other way, disgusting to me.
I agree with you,
Yeah,
Cindy, but what
weird
about
shit.
Really? Is
what
that a
about
double
Wow.
standard?
That's a double
Yeah,
standard,
there
big
is actually.
time.
There is. I'll tell you why. Because men don't have babies and they don't have sons. And I'm not walking around with somebody my son's age. It's actually bad enough when I'm with my son and somebody thinks that I'm his sugar mama. And he goes, "Yeah, well, she's my mama, but not my sugar mama." Oh, actually, she's my sugar mama, right? Like, it's
I was
gross.
about to say, okay.
It's gross.
But men
Happens.
have
Okay.
daughters. Men have daughters. So it's the same thing.
It
It's the
isn't.
same
I'll
way.
tell you
It
why,
is.
Tina.
If you
Tina,
have a daughter, it is the same.
it kind of
You
isn't
don't want
because
some old man on your young 19-year-old daughter.
well, 19 is a little young, but I'm not talking about when I saw 50-year-old guys with 25, 27, 28-year-old girls in the nightclub business. It was this, whatever. He's got a wife at home, and that's his Goomba on a Saturday night, or vice versa. Goombas come out on the Friday night, and the wives would come out on the Saturday night. What do you want me to tell you? Welcome
and
to.
Cindy, are we
Cindy,
still
the
guys, are
chat
we
says
still
you're a MILF.
recording? Are we still
Mhm.
recording or are we stopped recording?
Let me double check.
Yeah, because I would add something, but I got to be careful. So, Cindy, I agree
We're
that I don't think the 50-year-old man with the
And
25-year-old
men
girl.
stay looking better body wise, not always face wise. Well, okay, if they can keep their hair, they'll usually look good. If they don't keep their hair, especially as a white man, yeah, you ain't looking too good. But body wise, a man's body sustains better if he takes care of himself than a woman does. That's one. I can bounce fucking tennis balls off Ray's ass still. That ain't fucking fear. But he also didn't give birth to two children either, right? I will never understand that. Like I always went with a guy that was 4 or 5 years older than me. Always since I was 18.
And yes, we are still recording on CH.
There
Okay.
you go.
Yes, we are
Somebody
always
wake JB up.
recording. Somebody wake him up.
Wake him
Well,
up.
well, like when you see, when I see an older woman with a younger guy, like I give her a high five. I'm like, go ahead, girl. Like, go ahead.
Go ahead. What do you think? Cher really wants to get banged? Are you out of your mind? Do you
She
really
got a
think?
young
But
tingle.
Cindy,
She got some
Cindy,
Do
young
you
meat.
actually think
but
Cindy.
that
Cindy,
Cher at her
Cindy,
age
what's the
really
age
cares
range?
to get banged? Let me
Yeah,
tell
she
you.
got some young meat.
No, but no, honey, she doesn't. Trust me. Trust me. You get to an age where that's not the most important thing. But whatever. She's got some, I don't
Cindy,
know.
what do you
And
think the age
and he
range
looks like a
is?
fucking
You think
idiot
it's
with
10
her.
years?
So they look like two idiots. But go ahead. I'm sorry, they look
Do you
like two
think it's
fucking idiots.
Cindy? Do you think it's 10 years or 15 years? What do you think the age range is? Not that, of course, they have to be an adult. Like, let's say they're older than 25. What do you think the age range is between the
For
two?
what?
Just ask.
I mean, again, it all depends on the age.
For the guy, you were saying that you don't
If
want
you're
to date
40, if 40 and
a woman.
50,
Come on,
I'm not gonna, blink an eye to that. All right, she's 50, he's 40. But it really doesn't matter because she's gonna look 10 years older. And depending on how much she's drinking and what she's doing, how she's aging, I'm sorry, like a lot of women don't really age that great. They don't.
But
They
those
don't.
of us that
Black don't
I don't
crack.
know, those of us that
Black
work
chat, you're
out,
right. Chat, you're right about that.
black.
There's no question about that. And it's very hard to sometimes tell the age of certain women under, white women, they're easy to tell an age. But yeah, I have friends that are black. I can't tell if they're 35 or 55. And the
Yeah,
only way you tell it on a black man is if his hair's gray. Truth, let's be
and
honest.
now they're dying it, so now you really can't tell.
Yeah, I don't like the dye job. Just keep your fucking gray hair. Like, yeah, I would kill Ray if he ever did that. Like, what? What you do? Get that fucking black hair.
Yeah,
You're
great
not
salt
something.
and pepper
I
beard.
think
That is sexy.
I think that 10 years up or down is appropriate. That's just
Absolutely.
me though.
I'll give
10
you that
years
one.
up or down is appropriate. Anything over or under is just, it just gets weird to me in my book.
Yeah,
That's just
my
me though.
thing. My thing is
10.
this. I
Maybe
got.
we
Oh,
should
go
do a
ahead. Go ahead, big
poll.
man.
Maybe we should do a poll.
Yeah. My daughter's 30 years old. I won't date nobody less than 39 or 40, 38 or 40. So I keep that rule. As long as I keep away
Yeah.
from my daughter's age, I'm good.
Well,
As far as the
my parents are
aging,
60, so I will not do anything around my parents' age. They're 60.
See, Chat, I have the same feeling as you because my dad and I are too close in age that it felt would have felt weird. Even with being with, why do I want to be with an older guy? I got a father. What do I need a daddy for? I had a real daddy.
That's right. Joe
By the way,
did.
those girls usually have what we
My
call
mom used to have hot friends, but
we
okay.
call them daddy issues. I don't know what you guys call them now, but we call that daddy issues.
Yeah, but and then like think about the topics that we like. What kind of conversations are you having with somebody that's 30 years younger than you? What kind of music are you guys relating on? What kind of like food are you guys eating? What kind of like how are you relating to somebody that's 30 years younger than you or 30 years older than you? Like the topics are not
Mhm.
even enjoyable at that point. Besides the financial situation, what is the genuine attraction? I'm
Mhm.
struggling to understand that part.
Big
You
man,
gotta eat hibachi.
a lot of
They
those
will it
lust,
on money, man. They will it on money.
lust,
All green. They will it on
lust.
money. Money is all green for everybody. They will it on money.
Look at Caleb all excited. Look at you.
all of a sudden he starts to talk. He's in
What up,
my room
Caleb?
every night. He doesn't talk. He
Done
just
woke
listens.
up.
Right, Cindy?
Now he has something to say.
Yeah, because we keep saying, oh, it's security. It's not security. Let's stop the bullshit. It's not security. So tell me something that a 30-year difference that these people are actually sitting down and talking about and relating on because they don't listen to the same music. The food taste, they definitely have different tastes in when it comes to food and eating and cooking and is this different. So somebody please tell me. And you don't want to raise somebody up. That's disgusting. You mean to tell me you want to nurture somebody like a child
It
in
can
a relationship?
absolutely be security because
You remind me of my grandma.
people that think about people that marry or date people that don't know English. There's a language barrier. What are you
Yeah.
even talking
Well, I
about?
was gonna
No,
chat.
no.
I was
Come
gonna
on
go
now,
with. I was
Chad.
gonna go something like
What?
that. But hold on. I want to say something. 30 years is too far. But to Chad's point, because globally in Asia, if you travel around the world, 30 years, I agree with you. That's or even maybe 20. Depends on the person. Depending
You're in
on
you're in
your
the, you're in the, you're in the matrix. Hold on, Chad. You mean to tell me you're gonna date somebody that doesn't speak your language?
Might as well.
No,
What
Uh-oh,
do you
we're about ready to start
what are
let me
you gonna
help
talking.
do with
you.
the other 23 hours and
No, you
45 minutes?
you said that you can't believe that people will only marry someone for security. Let me help you and guide us out. When you were talking about security and marrying solely for security, I'm saying it is absolutely plausible because there are people that will, especially I lived in Korea. Okay. There are people that will marry or will literally prey on these GIs, that's what they call them, or prey on American men for stability and know minimal English. And guess what? It is for security. So yes, it is absolutely plausible that women will marry men solely for security.
You love long term.
I think you're saying security, but I think you mean money.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
we
well,
do.
can we say money instead of security? Because
Yeah, say
security,
money.
yeah, because money, security.
Security.
No, 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 no. Security is something totally different than money.
So what's your definition of security, big man?
Feeling
I
safe.
mean, security is like yeah, safety, and you know,
Yes, Todd.
I'm gonna
And,
provide. Yeah, I'm gonna protect you, and oh, I mean, come on, man. A 60-year-old is
But you
so
not
act
gonna
like,
protect
but
you.
you were in what you were asking. You were about an older man and a younger woman. You were saying what could they actually talk about?
Yeah,
So
They're not gonna talk. There's 23 hours and 45 minutes, and then you're fucked.
exactly. So it is about financial security. It is about security.
and most
Hello.
and most younger women,
okay.
younger women who date older men, they're attempting to find something in a father-like figure.
Bingo. That's why I called it.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And
Daddy
so
issues.
with
That
that
part.
comes
Mhm.
security.
Yep.
And the
And you
dudes have
and you
like
didn't
mama
and you didn't have a
issues.
daddy.
Right.
So
Mention I said younger, younger.
shame on that daddy that didn't raise his daughter the right way.
Big man.
Well, fuck. I mean, if you want to, it doesn't
I mean,
really
that's. I
matter.
mean, either way you put it, that's dirty work. I mean, your sentiment is like, oh well, I'm gonna. The excuse is that we're gonna say that they're dating them because they want a father figure in their life. That's nasty work.
Well,
That that
It's a weird
that's
shit.
it's not. I
nasty.
mean,
An
it's nasty.
excuse. It's an
If you're going.
explanation, not an
Yeah,
excuse.
exactly, exactly.
Mm, okay, so that I mean, she wants to be controlled. She wants to be manipulated. She wants to be. I can just keep going on and on and on, but that's not a
Mm,
lifestyle that this evolved woman is preaching nowadays. That's not what you guys are preaching.
I
So
mean, that's.
I don't understand the correlation.
I
Because
mean,
We
there
yeah.
got
isn't. Those are two
diddlers.
separate women. You're talking about a younger woman with an older man. A woman that is, you know, I'm an independent woman. Those are two different women. An independent woman that you know champions that is not looking for an older man. She's not looking for financial security to come from a man. But a woman, and not to say all women that look for or that desire financial security within the confines of marriage, that there's something wrong with that. But we're talking about this age difference. There are some women that are younger women that want older men for father figures to replace that. Sometimes it is financial security. It's emotional security. And the father figure is financial security.
And Social
Um,
Security.
social security. Hello.
That's right.
But what are you saying that there is a healthy reason why a younger woman would date someone 35 years her senior?
No, I'm not. Well, my point is that they're gold diggers. That was my point.
We saying the same thing.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure we was on the same page,
We
chat.
on the same page, my
Okay.
friend.
Okay. I'm just making sure we was on the same page.
Ain't that
Absolutely.
going?
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely. I think we are. Go ahead, Scott.
See, but
no,
then you really
I
can't say that for all women, though, bro.
damn Canadian
Especially
getting
in
rid of
that
me.
regard, right?
Nothing
Because
worse than me getting
you
rid of a
know,
Canadian.
especially like, first of all, I'm not a black Canadian, so I really wish you stop
I
saying
did
that,
say
bro.
black Canadian,
Okay,
stupid.
whatever
Bye,
you said.
Canadian.
I'm not even Canadian.
It's
Period,
never
though, bro.
worse
Okay,
than
so
getting
just stop
interrupted by a
cracking that
Canadian.
goofy ass joke, right? I'm not Canadian, okay? But to your point, bro, right? A lot of women nowadays, especially younger women, and we're gonna say younger, let's put an age on it, right? Because we're just throwing the word younger out there, like whatever. So let's just say like 25, 27 to like 30, right? That's still kind of young nowadays, right? The way these women get to a bag nowadays, and I heard this all the time, bro. They're not interested in a guy their age, especially when it comes to that part, because he's probably mentally not there. He's probably hustle mentality. He's probably not there. So these younger women with money, bro, they look for older men to teach them things on what to do with this bag, how to invest this bag. I know plenty of younger women that want to date older men just to be able to sit up on him to learn shit for him. Not none with no daddy issues or no gold digger issues or none of this shit you guys are saying, bro. And it's nothing to the daddy who raised the daughter. Some
Coming
women
from
just have a
Don Juan.
mentality to like whatever they like. I mean, you're
Eh,
entitled to like whatever you like. You're entitled to
you,
want whatever the hell you want. I mean, this age thing is, especially when you're of an adult, like that age thing should be thrown out of the window, man. Like, come on, you're over the age of 25, 26, and you're independently on your own, doing your thing successful, and you're like a rare commodity to your age group. Someone in your age group probably not gonna even, like you said, what the fuck are you guys gonna talk about? Right? Like you probably have more in common with the older, successful guy than the regular guy, average guy running around your age, probably not doing shit at 25, 26. So
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's
to
a
your
good point,
point,
Don.
yeah, come on, man.
No, that's a good point. I'm glad you said that because that's what I was asking chat to explain a different way to look at it, and I'm glad you said it that way. That makes perfect sense for somebody, you know, that's got money at that age. They would absolutely look for somebody that actually got their shit together. You know what I mean? Because you're right about that. Everything you said, that's correct. Thank you.
Well, I didn't say all. Okay. Didn't say it. Um, however, right, I don't know. I couldn't come in. I would have now that I'm older, it'd probably be okay. Like let's say I bring someone 30 years my senior, they would be 70.
With hangy skin. You want to bang a guy with
That
hangy
equals
skin?
money, right?
70 years old. So I bring this 70-year-old man, I bring Pop Pop. Okay, his name is probably Leroy, okay, or something like that, you know. And I bring him to my dad and my parents, my 60-year-old parents. And I say, parents, this is Jim. What do you think
What's
my
his
dad would
name?
say? Jim. Uh-huh. I think that's about a 70-year-old. I mean, what's a 70-year-old name?
Hubert.
That's Jerry.
Hubert. Hubert.
Howard.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that your parents would
How
understand.
would
I
I?
don't
Big
think I
mouth.
don't think that
How
they
would
would
I help you?
understand a situation like that though, Chad. I
Chad,
think that's not acceptable, right?
anybody on stage who are over 60 are almost 70, not too much on the 70-year-old.
No,
We love
no,
our 60
Missy Vaughn.
community.
We already said black don't crack. So you're exempt. Get out of there. You're exempt. But and Cindy is a MILF, in case y'all didn't know if y'all had that.
Once you reach 60, you're getting there, so it's not too
I ain't
much on
banging a
it.
guy
Cindy a
70.
MILF,
Me
honey.
Sixty is
too.
so
Okay?
60 is so
Me.
Exactly,
young.
No,
Cindy.
a
Would you bring a
grandma.
guy 70?
No, no.
Well,
Uh-uh.
boom.
I
Well,
don't
if you
want
let
his
Ray
fucking
know he's
hanging
cut off
skin
in a
hanging
few
on me.
years.
Yuck. And I gotta look at his gray pubes? No.
Wait, are you
I-
saying you're not going to bang Ray after 70?
No, because then I'll be older, so he's 4 years older than me, so then it's okay.
But you do
But if I'm
realize at some
35, I'm
point,
not banging a 70-year-old.
all right,
Absolutely not. That would have
good.
been older than my father. That wouldn't be good.
Yeah,
My
Redneck
father,
Yeah.
Mark, you pretty much
my
have.
father would have shot him. Go ahead, what?
And my dad's a pastor. Like I can't imagine bringing a 70-year-old man
Oh
named
shit,
Hubert.
Hubert would get his ass whooped.
Not the
Hello?
pasture.
They'd go,
Exactly.
they'd go cane to cane.
And his preaching buddies will have a fit. I don't know. I think 30, like even shoot, a 20-year age gap would be someone around the age of my parents. So, and my parents had me young. So, like, that's even a little different for me just because of the age that they had me. We're close in age. But I just don't, I don't know why there is a double standard for it to be okay for older men to date younger women, but not older women to date younger men.
Why is there a double standard that a guy can
No,
whore around all
I
he
think
wants and a girl is a slut?
no, I think it goes both ways. I think it's weird for a male to do it. I think it's weird for a woman to do it. I'm not saying that it's okay for anybody to do it. I think if you, like I said earlier, 10 up or down either sex is just weird to me. I don't
No,
care.
there's male sluts too.
Yeah, exactly. It's just weird to me. I
You
look
can
at you
be a slut if
differently
you're a man.
because the mindset, it's just a mindset for me. If you're doing that at an older age, it looks weird to me. I question how you thought when you were younger. It means like I just start thinking weird shit about you. I'm sorry, but that I could be the only one thinking that way, but that just is like nasty to me. I don't care how old you are. That's weird. I'm sorry.
I'm
Take
with
it
you,
from
big
the
man.
guy. Take it from
I'm
the
with you.
guy who said, if somebody hits you in the cheek, turn the other cheek, right? And
Yeah.
don't move. You said that earlier, right? That's why every time you say something, I'm like, man, I be questioning that. I don't know, 10 years, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with your thought process. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But 10 years, I, I mean, I know I have my standards, but 10 years is not that bad, in my opinion. But I do think, I mean, I guess if you're looking at from 30 to 20, right, 30 or 40 to 30, but I guess you get older, 50 to 40, even 50 to 40 is, I don't think that is a bad time frame. Now, up, that's something, I mean, even up may be questionable. Oh, that's just
I
my
agree.
thoughts.
I agree. Hey guys, real quick, guys. You
You
guys
don't
are in the
agree.
audience, right? 1 second. Here. Clubhouse. I mean, and chatter, man. Listen to me, guys. Up top, we have the link. All right. Listen to me, guys. A lot of you guys that speak all the time, you guys are on this podcast. It's a great podcast. You guys are able to share with your family. Let your family hear you guys speak on these podcasts live.
Bring my family.
Okay, yep. But they're live, they're there, guys. And if you look at the show notes, if you Google yourself, you look at the show notes, okay, when you do speak, your name appear in the show notes as well. So what I'm saying to you guys right here in the audience right now is, hey, click the link, follow the podcast, and do me a favor, download a few of them. If you're on Spotify, turn on the automatic downloads. Okay, if you're on Spotify, turn on the automatic downloads. If you're on Apple, turn on the automatic downloads. Guys, once again, we definitely appreciate you guys. We work very hard to make sure you guys come in here and you guys are able to listen in and participate and have a good time. The podcast is growing. It's growing. It's growing because of you guys. It really is, folks. And so I'm able to go in there. We go in there. We can see what towns are down. We can see what towns are downloading it. Like if you're in I don't know if you're in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. We're going to see Oshkosh, Wisconsin download. So we get all the data and the metrics. But hey, folks, download the podcast. It's a great listening experience. You guys get to go back and hear a lot of things that you may have missed during the show or get a different perspective. So once again, download the podcast. And if you're listening at home, download the Chatter Social app because you guys, instead of just listening, you guys can come in and participate in these conversations live. Like right now, we're talking about age difference. You know that's called a May December relationship. 10 years or older is called a May December relationship. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. Have you guys ever heard that term before? Anyone?
Yes. Yes, I
Yes.
have.
Okay, just putting it out there, and it seemed like Shannon Sharpe had a January the December relationship. There was no May December relationship. That was a big ass gap there, guys. So, um, you know, speaking of that, Tina, what do you think about Tina? What do you think about this thing? Everything.
I think that, first of all, she's 19 years old. I don't know the whole story, but I, I think that if someone is not out of college, that if someone's old enough to be their parent, it's a no situation. If someone's old enough to be your parent or grandparent, I don't think you should be in a relationship. That's just to me gross. Either way, man or woman.
It's kind of fucking weird, huh?
Oh,
Go ahead, Scott.
I was just gonna say this, like,
Oh, you like them young, right?
I personally wouldn't date someone more than 10 years younger than me, but like, that's my preference or whatever. I think at the same time, just saying like an age gap alone makes a relationship weird. I think you got to look at that relationship. Like, it certainly could be right, but I mean, there's plenty of people that have pretty big age gaps. They get married and they're together for life, right? I mean, so who am I to judge that? At the same time, in this particular case, obviously, it's kind of hard to figure out who was being the predator here, right? Like, was he being a little creepy on the 20-year-old? It seems like she was trying to trap him as well, right? So I mean, there definitely seems to be a plan or a scheme on both sides here. Like, this thing overall was very unhealthy, uh, regardless of the age gap.
Skull, though, don't you think that if a guy's got all this money and he knows he's wealthy and he's out here fooling around with chicks on OnlyFans, don't you think that he should be smart enough to know that she's probably out for his money? I mean, just saying.
That's true.
If men ain't smart enough to realize that, then y'all need to wake up.
Hey, so do you think any of this was like AI recorded, or is this an actual his actual voice conversation?
They said that
He
the
confirmed it
recording
was
that
him.
came
He
out.
confirmed it.
Yeah,
He confirmed it was him.
yeah, yeah. And then he put
Oh,
out the
okay.
text messages and stuff like that, which I don't understand why he would put the text messages out. But I mean, I don't know. It's just weird. And if you read the text messages, you would clearly see, like Skull said, that she was preying on him Like you could see it clearly, and like Tina said, like when you have money like that, you got to protect yourself, man. It's just I don't understand the decision making here. I don't understand it, but we, hey,
Yeah, big. One of the text messages he said, she said, I want you to tie me up like this and abuse me, daddy.
yeah.
Read
Well,
that
Red
again,
flag,
chat.
red flag.
I want you to tie me up like this and abuse me, daddy.
Shit, that's right.
Yeah.
Damn it. I fell for that. But what about, so could he say that he was being sexually assaulted?
Yeah, but they won't believe that shit.
Yeah, they're not. That is no. They ain't. No,
She keeps
no.
saying she wants to be abused, though.
She
Yeah,
asked for it.
I
She's
mean,
asking for
If
it.
she's asking to be abused and that's on record tape, then he got her because how do you know when it ends? You don't know when
These
it
are the
ends.
text messages. She said, she, I'm scared now. I don't want to read none of it. She said, I want to
No,
be
read it, read it,
abused.
read it, read it, read it, because I haven't seen heard it.
Oh, okay. So she says, oops, this is from the text. But I cried when you left because I begged you to put a condom on and not put it in my booty hole. And you didn't listen.
Oh no.
Does
I
she
don't,
say booty hole?
she says ass.
Okay.
Yeah, my daddy a preacher. Okay. And she says, I begged you to put a condom on and not put it in my booty hole. And you didn't listen. I don't care what our history
Well,
is.
why don't you just read it how it is? That way we get the full context and just read them, okay, please?
Okay. But I cried when you left because I begged you to put a condom on and not put it in my ass. And you didn't listen. I don't care what our history is. No means no, Shannon.
Well, that. Do you
I'm
understand that the
confused.
same way I did?
I'm confused.
She wanted
Yeah.
to have regular, normal people sex, but he didn't want to put on a condom. So he said, "Where's your booty hole?" And he
You got
did
the
that,
wrong
and she
hole.
cried because he anally what it booty holed the thing. That's rape.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. And then she
She
said,
said, "I don't
mhm.
want you to do that. I want you to put a condom." And he said, "Nope." I mean,
She said, but I cried when you left
meaning she got banged in the booty hole.
Bro, that
Like
because
it
was
wasn't what she
It's
wanted.
called
So when you get
sodomy.
raped
It's
out of
because
called
I
she
begged
set
you
sodomy.
to
him
put
up.
a condom
She
on
set
and
him
not
up.
put it in my ass and you didn't listen.
So
I don't
wait,
care what our
uh,
history is. No means no, Shannon. That was a setup.
well, hold on. I want to make sure
in
I'm
what state?
understanding this. If during coitus she says no booty hole, only vagina, put on a condom, and he says, no condom, and we're going to the booty hole, isn't that rape?
Not a sodomy, but depending on what state you
It's
live
a
in.
sexual act that she was not wanting, that she said no to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't understand how this is an argument,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but that's
Mm-hmm.
just me.
Can I
I'm,
say that
I'm really
those
not
texts,
into booty holes, first of all. So
that text right there between her to him, that sounds like a very big familiarity right there. Saying, I don't care what our history is, know me, known Shannon. To use the word Shannon to refer to him like that, there's a history there. They have a familiarity, and there's been a lot going on for a
that's his
while.
first name, feller.
If that's true,
And
because it might be. It sounds like some of that shit is role play, what they probably do on a regular basis.
Well,
he
even saying, I
says,
don't
well,
care
he
what our
then
history
says,
is, no means no, Shannon.
he says, let me make sure I get the time right. Oh, and then she says, I don't know how to process this. And then he says, can I call you later? And then that was on, sorry, that was on January the 2nd, 2025. We got a hot mic.
It's 4 o'clock.
Um, in June of 2024, she said, I want to be abused, daddy.
Wait, so that was after this
No,
incident?
That's
no, this
June
was
24th.
before.
That's
This
a
was
That was
big
June.
before. Okay.
difference.
And
She
then
she don't have no lawsuit then.
Yes, she does.
January of 2024, she says, I want like some hardcore BSM action though.
That's what I'm saying. They have a role. This is an
Yeah,
ongoing
yeah, yeah.
thing.
She done. There's no case there.
And she said in July of 2024, I want you to tie me up like this and abuse me, daddy. And then she sends a picture.
Yeah, she lost.
Oh, the fuck on. That is,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
here's my point. Listen, it's like birthday or anniversary sex when you get married. It's like once in a while, it's really like,
Uh-huh.
you get my joke? She's saying that night, that's what she's in the mood for that night. You can't judge
Yeah.
if she's into some whips and change and say she made all this shit up.
He's only 6'2". It can't be that bad, lady.
And by the way, the response to her, like basically saying you raped me, no means no, is I'll call you later. I mean, and they're like, we got context of this.
Call you later.
Well, he may not want. I mean, that was actually
I get
smart.
that. I get
Yeah,
that.
he
But
didn't want to have it on text message. He wanted to actually have the
it just
conversation.
seemed like I would have been like, how much did you drink last night? Because that wasn't my penis in your booty hole that you woke up to. I don't know.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, like the
Like,
text messages are
we've
crazy
never
though.
had the. Can we stop the booty hole thing? I don't know why you had to go into that chat.
You keep bringing it up,
No,
bro.
I have to say what
Is
Chad
Let's
this
let
said,
him
and I
only
have
an
don't
our
have a
issue because
say.
he's
problem.
got money?
I've
Like, is
got
this
other
only like? Do
adjectives.
you all think that these conversations happen between people on a regular? And is this only an issue because he's got money?
Yeah. I
Because I
mean,
mean,
like again,
obviously, like this kind of shit, these kind of text messages are going back and forth on a daily.
All of the trail.
yeah, because so again, January of 2024, she says she wants like some hardcore BDSM action. Then in June of 2024, she says she wants to be abused. And then in January of 2025, she says, I cried when you left because I begged you to put a condom on and not put it in my ass, and you didn't listen. I don't care what our history is. No means no, Shannon. So,
Now
you know,
she filed a lawsuit.
now she's filing a lawsuit.
How? I don't know if I'm
Look
just.
at the Venmo payments.
If the spacing of the
There's
text.
Venmo payment?
No, I think he's
I would
using.
imagine Cash App,
God dang
Venmo.
it,
Yeah,
Mark.
yeah, yeah. He was paying 50,000 to hit that. It's crazy,
Yeah, bro. That's all you gotta do
crazy.
is
What does she
follow
look
her
like?
on there.
20. She said,
Oh,
this is all hearsay.
Chat, send me a picture.
20,
I bet she's
25,000 a
hot.
cheek,
Okay.
25,000 each cheek.
Andrew said that she was a 7, and I concur with Andrew.
I
He
whatever.
said
She's
that
about to be
much
a millionaire
earlier.
in the
Don't
chat.
do we all agree that no means no, even if you're in the middle of something? I mean, come on.
1000%.
Not in
Thank
That's
the
a
you.
booty
whole fact.
hole.
So I'm
But
right here, right?
so what's the next scenario? Can it be he could be set up? Can it be maybe he didn't do that? Maybe these are just
Well, that's what you know. What's funny? When I heard the text, it sounded like that too. Like she was going after the fact, being like, "Well, I told you to put a condom on, and you know means no, Shannon." It's kind of like, wait a
And
second.
she might have had to take a shit or something.
and then right after that, here comes the
Mm.
lawsuit.
That is not a 7, guys. That's a 5 on a good day.
If he's going through all this trouble
Oh
for a
yeah, I
Only
five,
just
two.
sent
that's
Cindy the
C-
picture, guys.
Hey,
What you
send me
say,
the
King?
picture. Hey, Chad,
Cindy,
send me the picture, Chad, because I've never seen
Okay.
her.
Cindy, I just said that in the chat. I said she's an Arkansas 7, but a Miami 5.
hold on. I'm from Arkansas.
Let me see,
Wait, we're
let me see the
comparing to
picture.
Miami. She's a 3.
I'm from Arkansas.
Let me see,
She's
Chad,
easily a
because
12 in Arkansas.
Being you ain't banging that.
It's Arkansas.
Can
ain't
someone
you
put
ain't banging.
Bing, are you giving her
Someone get
50,000
on
on Venmo?
camera and show it.
No, I mean, no, because it's just like what the hell. Uh,
share
if
it?
he's paying 10, offer 10 million for something like that, then I'm gonna slap the shit out of him myself. Like the hell is wrong with you?
Hell yeah, she's about to be a millionaire.
If
For 10,
finance
for
them.
10 million, Bing's going to bang him. That's the big
I'm gonna
question.
trap her.
I
She's gonna have
just
to give me
dropped her
five of that.
Instagram in
If
the
you're a
chat.
straight guy, yeah, I got the
Oh, you
question.
dropped the Instagram in the chat?
Hold
Yeah,
on, we're
that's her
live
the
right now. I
link to her
can't listen.
Instagram.
But I mean, how careless is this dude, y'all? Like Jesus Christ, something just happened with him a couple of months ago, right?
I mean, if you're at that level, you need to be a little bit more careful.
I mean,
Yeah,
he
he
went
just,
live on he went on
yeah,
IG
Yeah, that's what it
Live
was. The live thing, right? It's a couple months ago,
having
right?
yeah,
sex with Michelle.
yep, Yep, he just
What's her
got
name?
out of that.
And y'all know he did that shit on purpose.
Is
Oh,
it She
Mama
Is
Michelle.
Calling?
I just sent it to you, JB.
Yeah, I'm talking about Instagram link. Is it She Is Calling?
That's her.
Yep.
Hmm.
What's the verdict, Jonathan?
I gotta look.
5.
I say she's gorgeous.
I want an
Oh my
honest ruling
god,
from Jonathan.
I
That's
saw that.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
scale, what would you say?
Come
I
on,
She's a
say
Jonathan.
baby.
I say 8, 9.
Oh, come
Nah,
on, guys. She's
six.
already
No.
filtered up. What are you talking
Nah,
about?
six,
Look at
5.
the IG. Look at the
six,
IG.
six,
Tarot,
five,
she's
six.
not.
Yeah, says depending on what you're looking at. 5, 6, 5, 6. Depending on what you're looking at. Oh
Depends
my
on the
god, five,
personality.
five, five, five.
No,
She looks
oh,
Wait,
like a
is it
no.
the
baby.
is it the one that Linda Hampton posted? Linda Hampton
Oh
posted
my,
that?
yo,
I
what the
just
hell's
put
wrong with
another
him?
link of her in the gym, and that's the
What
link
the?
that said that that she was looking out for Shannon. They were both in the
Wait,
gym
is that her
together.
in the dolphin colors from Linda Hampton?
Oh my god, what the hell is his problem?
If that's her in the dolphin colors from Linda Hampton, she is not a 6.
Oh my gosh.
6.5.
I don't know. I think she's
Get
gorgeous.
what you pay
No,
I
for.
think gorgeous.
no, 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 no.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Sure,
That's
no.
not that's
Is
not
that her?
50K. That's
She
not
No.
got a
50K.
body
That's not 10
though.
mil. That's not 10 mil
She
at
got
No,
a
all.
that
body though.
no,
Some of that
that
hands.
ain't 10 million though.
No, that's
Wait,
not 10
Linda,
mil.
that's one ass has a tattoo, one ass doesn't have a tattoo.
No,
Yeah,
that's
no, that's not
awful.
10 million.
That's not all. That's awful.
Like
Damn,
I
she
said,
got me
damn,
rethinking
Shannon.
my life. What hell? She can get them. Let me go back. I'm in the wrong business.
No, that's not. That's crazy.
And she carries a fake pocketbook.
Yeah, and the link that I posted another link that has like some more candid pictures of her, a little less filtered, to her Instagram. But if you look at that first one, you know she's got a bunch of degenerate fans because if you scroll to the last picture, she blanked out her feet. Look at it. She actually put a filter over her toes because she didn't want to post pictures of her feet online.
Right. Yeah.
And she didn't
This
get her
this
pedicure.
sad thing about it, she looks like a baby. That's disgusting.
Yeah,
She looks so
she
young.
she
Yeah, she
she
does.
she
But you guys also, she doesn't have one stitch of makeup on in those pictures.
she's
She's
still
a
filtered
beautiful.
up. She doesn't need to.
She's a
She's got
beautiful
makeup on.
girl.
She's young, and she's filtered up.
Wait, this is her, the Shikari or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not
I
no
think
10
she's
million.
beautiful.
I agree. That's not no 10 million.
I
And
think she's
sure she
beautiful and
ain't
she
worth
got a
what he's
body,
getting
but
caught
she
up in
looks
right
like a
now.
baby.
She ain't worth what he's getting caught up in right now.
She looks
Mm-hmm.
very, very
I thought it was
young.
gonna be some J Lo looking baddie.
Yeah, but you guys see J Lo with after 4 hours of hair and makeup.
Thank you,
Yeah, that's
Sherelle.
true.
Yeah, I was
This
about to
girl,
I
say
don't
this
give
kid,
a
this
that.
girl
fuck.
has no,
J
not a stitch of makeup
Lo,
on.
Yeah, but J Lo
J
is
Lo doesn't
also
look
like
good.
damn near 50.
But
And
she,
she's
That's even more
loaded.
true.
even though she's got no makeup on, she
This chick
still
is
has.
J-Lo is
20.
You guys are not
She
56.
crazy.
and she better have some good ass skin at 20. The
She
hell?
made a deal with the
And
devil,
she's
J Lo
still
did.
filtering herself.
And
J-Lo is
she's still
55.
filtering. That is
Y'all
crazy.
remember when she was a flat
Chat.
girl
J-Lo,
in Living Color?
Y'all
chat.
remember
J-Lo's
that.
55.
J Lo's smoking.
J Lo 55.
She's
J Lo's my number
Damn.
one.
beautiful.
She's a Leo too, but apparently we can't keep men. But that's another thing. But she looks like a baby. She looks like she. I don't know. I mean, wasn't there? This reminds me of a time like all those. I love period pieces, like royalty, like that kind of stuff. It's weird. But like, didn't they used to like marry like 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds back in the day?
Definitely,
And
Yes,
wasn't
yes.
the purpose just for bearing children?
absolutely. I have
And to
family
marry a
members from
virgin.
Ethiopia who were married off at 12. Another one, 14, married off. One of them ran away though.
It's
Oh,
because they
I
start
think
bleeding,
they
right?
still do that. No, I think there are
Yeah.
countries that still do the child marriage, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Child brides.
That is crazy.
You think Shannon has an issue? because I'm just keep on looking at these pictures and I'm thinking like, I don't know, Shannon's older than me. I just don't. She has beautiful skin and all, but she's fucking a baby. She looks
You
like
know
a
I
what,
think he
y'all?
fucking
get
I'm
it.
going to
kitten.
play what
Listen,
Monique said
it's
to
something
him in
wrong
the
with you
interview.
people. Women have pores in their face. We has one pore on her face.
Yeah, she's AI edit that shit.
I mean, I'm
Hey,
looking
what's
from a
the
photogenic
name
side. I
of
mean,
this
I'm not
she's
saying I
very.
wouldn't put it to her, but she's not 10 million
woman?
worth.
Okay,
What's the
Mike.
name of
So you
this
throw her out
woman,
of bed and then you beat her to the
guys?
floor, right?
Mhm.
So I can
Cindy,
look it
not
up.
true. Not all women you can see their pores in their face. You can't see that on. I could think of quite a few. In fact, J
Out
Lo.
of everybody I know, the only person I know that doesn't have any pores is Samantha, and that means that skin is going to age faster because she doesn't have pores. So it's better to have
Oh, I see
pores.
what you're saying.
I don't. What do you
But
mean?
kids don't have pores like that, though. We're talking about a
All of her
kid.
shit's clogged up.
Uh,
But y'all, let me play this clip from Monique. Hopefully they'll let me play it.
Monique the comedian?
This Mo is different now. When you and I, it's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying. You trying to say that? What you trying to say? I'm looking right at you. I'm you down. You better take your ass and get somebody to love you. Damn, whoa. Now I'm looking right at you. Let me tell y'all what Shannon need. Tell you what my baby need. He need him an old fat gal who can make good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make
Hell
him feel
yeah.
better about himself when he comes home at night. That's what Shannon need. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old.
My dog.
These young bitches, and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
Fuck
Once you
yeah.
get over the fourth round, you looking at her like, bitch, listen, I need you want some money to go to Starbucks? Because I can't go no further. But you get the older girl, when you get to that fourth round, she's gonna say, hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some
hell yeah.
because that's gonna get your
Put some
energy
bacon
back.
on it.
Hmm.
She said this last year that
Oh
he
my
does not
gosh, it's
need
The
No,
young,
hilarious.
she
sad, the
younger
wrong. She
sad,
is not
women.
wrong at all.
the sad thing is she was absolutely correct.
That's
And
a fact.
look
100%
at
correct.
look at the shit he in now. You know what I mean? And
Y'all remember
this is
that
what I'm
old
talking
song?
about.
Y'all remember that old song? Is that if you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman your wife. That's the truth. Never
Hey,
make a pretty woman your
I ain't
wife.
heard of that song. Who sing that?
It's
His
an
And
old
mama
one.
makes
that's
him
Simon and
that
Garfunkel.
that
sweetest prom
Sounds
cake.
good.
that's
Simon
what I'm talking
Garfunkel.
about with the age difference. It's like, bro, like that girl probably can't even fucking cook. Like
Hey,
she
I
probably
can't
don't
cook.
even know. She probably don't even know how to
What are you trying
scramble
to say?
fucking egg. She probably don't even know how to scramble eggs, bro.
Big man, I don't know how to cook.
Exactly. I'm like, well,
Well, Cindy, never mind. But listen,
What? I can bring home bacon.
never
You
mind,
just
Cindy.
can't
I
fry it
love
up
you,
in a pan.
Cindy. I
Cindy, I'll cook for
no,
you, Cindy.
He,
No
he said
no,
you
problem.
too fine. You don't need no how to cook. That's
Yeah,
what
you
he
don't
no,
need to
said.
know
no,
how to
no.
cook, Cindy. I'll
You don't
cook
need
for
to
you.
know how to
Don't
cook.
that we just gonna leave
drunk
you alone.
chef.
We're gonna leave you alone.
Want me to
Listen,
leave me alone?
deal
Now
with
leave me
it.
alone. Please don't leave me alone.
No, cause this is about this young girl. This is we talking about something else.
Cindy, you
Listen,
can't
deal
cook
with it.
anything? Like nothing?
Not every woman can cook, though.
How about
You
Mm,
you,
better have a
Hot Shot? How
But
do
but
you make a roux?
but
Big
it's
man,
not
are you a
about the
southern man?
cooking though. Hey, listen,
what?
Are
in
you a southern
Scandinavia,
man?
What I don't understand what you're saying.
You
Are
don't
you a
know
What's
what
southern
a
that?
roux
man?
don't
is?
answer that.
I
Are you
don't
a
know what that
southern
is.
man?
You ain't
I don't
nobody
know what that
don't
is.
know.
You don't know what a
Huh.
southern man
Man, I'm
is?
from Arkansas. I'm a
Uh-uh.
southern guy.
Yeah, southern men appreciate a
Oh,
woman that can
Southern.
cook.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I'm from North Carolina. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Of course.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So
And we
what
know
I'm
how to
saying,
treat
And
our
Damn.
how
women.
old are you?
huh? I'm 38.
Oh,
So so
you're my daughter's age. What do you look like?
I'm
What do
married.
you
But
look
listen,
like?
but
Very
listen.
flattered.
No, listen. This is what I'm saying, man. There's no relate. Like he don't even have a reason to be with this woman or even take her serious.
Zero.
You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So what is the interest? That's my whole thing. What is the interest besides sex?
Sex.
You know?
Yeah,
Sex.
sex.
It's
I
not
You
about
wonder
said
if
sex.
it.
he met
It's
her from
sex.
OnlyFans or if he met her in person. I'm curious how they met.
OnlyFans.
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 He met her on OnlyFans, which is
Mm.
another red flag. It's like, God damn, bro.
But
We got
see,
to do
guys
better,
like
man.
him go after young women because they don't challenge him. See, you go after an older woman, they challenge you. You can't just go show up and put
Oh,
it to
that's a
her
good
and then
point,
bang,
Mike.
tell her what to
That's a
do.
good point, Mike.
An older
That's a
woman
good
will
point.
challenge
Mhm.
you. An older woman will make you be on your toes, will make you be
Yeah.
disappointed all the time.
That's a
Well,
good point,
He
it
Mike.
could
don't
be
want
a
that shit. He wants to
The
bang her and
older
finish her.
women, the older women are not going for that shit. You're
No,
it
right.
could be
hell
simple
no.
as it could be something as simple as a fetish. You know what I'm saying? There's people have
That's true.
fetishes
Yeah,
over
that's true.
dirty
That's true.
socks. You know, it's crazy shit out there.
Yeah,
And this is
I've
an
thought
ongoing
about
thing
What's
with
that.
the
Shannon.
fetish?
Yeah,
What's
I
an
thought
older
about
woman,
that
by
when
the way?
someone
Yeah,
Explain
said
explain
that.
that to us. What is a fetish?
her
A
feet. Someone said her feet were covered. Who knows?
No,
She may
don't
have.
explain that. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, she
It's
may
like
have
when
a
your feet
whole. She
feet
may have
smells
a
like
whole
Cheetos.
page. She may
Blech.
have a whole page that dedicated to her feet and makes people pay for it.
yeah, I mean that's what I'm
That
saying. This
that's
shit
called
out.
a foot
Fuck, I
fetish,
wish I could
okay?
do
Well,
that.
that
Yeah,
Yep,
I know
that's
what
what
it
a
it's
foot
just
called.
fetish.
it was a
Why
weird
does a
thing
man jerk
during.
off over feet? Just tell me. I just want to know.
No, I'm talking about. Yeah, but Cindy, I'm
No,
talking about.
it
I'm
was
Husband,
talking
in
let me
that
about
let me
first
jerk
women
off over your
on.
feet.
in that
I
first
was voted most
Instagram
likely to have the
post.
best feet. Just saying.
But
It,
Cindy, women make. I mean, people make money off of
Oh, I
just
know
that.
that. Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
know.
Bro,
no,
they
in
like
that
bottle their
first.
farts and sell them.
I'm gonna open up an OnlyFans account.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
You'd be a
Jesus,
gazillionaire.
Cindy.
That's it.
For
That's
your
it. I'm
feet,
opening up
Cindy.
an OnlyFans.
You could sell
That's
your
it.
farts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
You
open up
ain't
an
open up an
OnlyFans. Hold on.
OnlyFans.
Here I am.
Oh
Okay.
my.
Here I am. I'll do what? What do I have to do? How? What do I have to be sexy? Hold on.
I want equal pay for men and women on OnlyFans. Equal pay.
No one wants
Men
to
are
We
pay
dis-
for
don't
men
want
are
to
that.
men
see
are
your
discriminated
feet.
against on OnlyFans.
We don't want to see your feet.
We don't get equal pay.
I have
We
good feet.
don't.
Seen clips of your hair, people would buy that shit.
Now, seriously,
Like,
there was a site where people would put they would sell dirty socks on eBay, and people would
and
buy them
underwear, worn
in
underwear.
underwear.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
That
And
Did
shit's
y'all hear about
fucking
that one dude
disgusting.
who got a brain infection from smelling his dirty socks?
Oh my gosh.
Nah,
Yeah, he like loved smelling his dirty socks. He smelled them so much that like there's bacteria in them, and he like got a
Oh
brain
my
infection because of it.
god.
Well, welcome to DTN After Dark, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I was told this was after dark. This is allowed.
Yeah, this is allowed. Totally. Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
This is
I
early
hope y'all
after
not
dark.
being recorded right now.
we're being recorded.
Oh, Cindy.
Everything's
Definitely
recorded.
recorded.
Yeah, but y'all heard what Monique said. Like she told him you need to get someone, and she was like joking, but I think she was dead ass serious.
Dead ass serious. Yeah.
Shaq, can you find the recording when he was telling Donnell Rollins to stop dating these young girls? Because then he
Oh,
turned around. Yes, let me see if I can find it. It was a recording.
So do y'all think that because that's how it sounds like by omission that maybe Monique knew something, like not necessarily something bad, but like they knew that he liked to date younger chicks or something? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah,
Or
Shannon couldn't handle a girl like Monique.
mm, she probably knew.
hmm.
I can handle Monique. Monique, if you're listening, give me a call.
Who is this talking?
I don't know if
Oh,
you're ready
she's
for
Uh,
Monique,
beautiful.
man.
We're about to
it was.
have a
Monique.
I think it was
Monique
Big Man.
on.
She's beautiful.
Oh, look at that. I like that painting.
Isn't that painting great?
That's a
Yeah,
fantastic painting.
that is cool.
That's
Who is
pretty.
that?
Like the brush is being. Hold on. Let me take this in.
She's pretty.
Oh, yeah.
She's
okay.
pretty.
I have
Mm.
who's pretty? Who y'all talking about?
Uh
I
oh.
have
Mm,
She's pretty.
the video. I mean the clip.
Got it. I just sent it to you. So just you got the other one for Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
With a
Okay, great.
skinny ass nose.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Garth.
His name's Barth or Garth?
Oh, my
He
bad, Barth.
said, Garth.
I'll be whatever you want me to be.
Hey, Barth, have you
Just
seen
don't call me
Bobby's?
late for dinner.
Hey,
That's all right.
hey,
Oh, do
I'm
y'all
Barth.
sitting.
hear? Y'all
You know
don't
what?
hear
I'm
it?
sitting here waiting for you guys to entertain me for another 15 minutes, and I get
We
no
can't hear
answer.
it, Chat.
I thought it
I
was
get no answer.
Garth from like Wayne's World.
Where is he right now with blinking lights?
Are my lights blinking?
He's at an
That's
He's
it.
array.
in,
I'm playing
he's
it.
in his, we can't hear it. I don't hear anything coming out.
Well, now I stop. But let me know when y'all are done so I can play it.
Well, can
I
I just
didn't
say
hear
this real quick before
anything.
you play it? I'm 40 years old. You know how exhausting a 20-year-old sounds? Ugh.
Can somebody take my Zoom meeting in 15 minutes?
Why the
I'll
heck
take
are
it.
you
I'll
having a
take it for
Zoom
you.
meeting in 15 minutes?
You're on
China.
what?
You're the
Oh,
Zoom meeting.
I'll
China.
take all
Oh,
the
it's
notes and
noon
Oh,
over
you're
report
doing
there.
back.
deals with China,
China.
huh? Are you? Are
You
you doing
know
deals
I
with China?
would, Cindy.
I'll take all the notes and report
I'm
back.
so tired.
It's noon over there in China.
I
What are
know.
you
I've
talking
got to
to? What are
meet.
you talking to China about?
Because there's a woman that does all my house renderings over there, so I got to explain this one to her. She's not getting it right.
Yeah, fuck that lady.
Jesus.
Gloria, she's been with me for 15 years, 14
Oh,
years.
she's awesome.
We like Gloria, except her English is very bad,
Does she
but
know how to cook, Cindy?
probably.
Shit, your English is very bad. Don't give her
My
shit.
English sucks.
I'm not very good at speaking American either.
I can't even speak English. Oh, I'm so tired.
Cindy, say coffee.
Coffee?
Coffee. I thought you were gonna sound
No.
like my grandma. Coffee.
No. Forfeit is from New York. You from New York?
No, they're from New Jersey.
Oh, same thing.
Patterson, yeah, basically Patterson, New Jersey. My grandma goes coffee. Pass the
Yeah,
coffee.
we say coffee
That's because it's called coffee.
because you guys are from New York and New Jersey.
All right, who on here's had a date or
But then we
dated
could
somebody
sound like Barth.
before
Would you
you
rather
go
sound like
first?
Barth or would you rather sound like you're from Boston and New York or New Jersey?
Yeah. Ugh.
You can
Definitely New
sound
York.
however you want when you got hair this good. That's
Barth,
Your
for
you
hair
have
damn
to
is
give
sure.
it
You
to
good.
you. You
do
got
got a
good
fucking
hair.
sweet head of hair, Barth. I will say that.
Hey,
It
speaking of
is
Kind of
nice.
like
OnlyFans, I had a
presidential
thought.
hair and shit.
I had a
You fucking
thought
lucky
about
son of a
this.
bitch. Look at that thing.
I know. Hold on, listen. I had
Hey,
a
it's got
thought
green
about this
eyes. Hey, Barth, I
OnlyFans
just
thing.
realized you got green eyes.
I know. I've been told that
In your
before.
You're
eyes.
supposed to
Oh,
say thank
don't get me
you.
started.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Miss Stumpo. Thank
You
you.
look so cute, Scott.
I know. I mean, thank you, chat.
I said, that's right.
Unbutton another button, Barth. Come on, buddy.
Oh wait, hold on.
Woo!
Let's do it.
Bow, chicka,
There we
wow,
go.
wow, wow.
Hey.
Yeah, there you go. Oh,
You
it's
are
hot in here,
fucking
OnlyFans.
y'all.
Oh,
skinny.
the plaid
OnlyFans.
All
shirt.
right, I forgot what I was gonna say. Sorry.
Thank God.
Hey Barth, have you seen Bobby Sue lately? We miss her.
Where's
She's not
Bobby
with us
Sue?
anymore.
Doesn't
Bobby
Hey,
Bobby
where's
still
Sue
have a
that?
passed
song?
away a long time
Where's
ago.
that Boston woman been?
Got a
Oh, you
Boston
talking
woman?
about what's
I
her
Oh, the
think she
face?
went to
singer.
park the car.
The singer. What's her name?
Crazy?
Nutcase.
Um.
Diana. I'm just kidding, man.
No.
Mm-mm.
Adriana. I'm getting closer.
No.
No. Let's go through the whole alphabet.
Let's
Does
just
it
start
start?
saying
Does
names.
it
Pammy
start with a
Lynn,
V?
Jessie Lynn, Emmy Lynn.
I
Does
think
it?
No,
it's
it's that one
no.
that was
It
studying you.
starts with an A. I think.
Adrian. No.
That was it. It's
There's a
either
V.
Marion or Adrian.
There's a V in it.
Aurora?
We got
Aurora.
Amy, Andrea, Allison,
Aurora.
Oh,
Allie.
Aurora, that's
Aurora.
it.
Aurora.
Aurora.
A.
Yeah, she
Aurora.
got us all in trouble before.
Holy fuck! I got in so much. Oops. I should not say that.
Aaliyah,
Aurora. That's her name.
Yeah,
Aurora.
Aurora. Yep.
Aurora. We
It's
call her
getting
Sleeping
hot,
Beauty.
Redneck Mark.
Woo!
Don't say
Take it
her
Mm-hmm.
off.
name,
Uh-huh.
cause she'll come in there like Freddy Krueger.
Somebody pay her.
Is that a short
Yes.
sleeve button down?
It is. You,
Yes.
you like
She'll
that?
come in like Freddy
I mean,
Krueger.
it's called a push-up bar.
Freddy Krueger.
Huh?
What's that doll? What's that doll that comes in with the
Freaking
knife?
Chucky.
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 Has come in
It's a
here.
Toy
Oh,
Oh,
wait,
Story
say that
doll.
again, Bars.
Cindy.
You say that Chucky good, Chucky.
Oh, 11:11.
That's right.
It's
Dude, good
12:11.
catch.
We don't go by any other time but
We
Eastern
go by
time.
Eastern
Yeah,
Oh,
Eastern
Standard
Time's
Time,
yeah.
I
twelve
know he
eleven.
doesn't care by anything but Eastern
11:11.
time.
Don't be
Central's what
weird. Eastern
matters.
Time only.
That's right, Marky Poop.
No, Mark.
Barth,
Sorry.
where are you from, Barth?
I live in God's country, otherwise known as
Greenbow,
Rockford,
Alabama.
Mississippi.
You're
He's
Yep.
from
Mississippi?
he's from
Oxford.
Manhattan.
Are you an Ole Miss fan or are you a Mississippi State fan?
Yes. Yes.
You're an Ole Miss fan? I'm from
He,
Arkansas. I'm a Razorback fan.
Yeah.
he used to take photographs
Is
for Ole
Mike new
Miss.
here?
It's nice to have another redneck.
I think he is. I haven't seen him
Mike, are
before.
you new?
Well, define new.
Mike, let's see your hair. Let's go
I don't know, in the
Mississippi to
last
Arkansas
month,
hair.
Got a picture of my big, beautiful bald head up there.
Bart,
like,
Bart is one of those people. You guys know I'm a hairdresser. Also, he's one of those people who has so much hair you can't even see his scalp. He doesn't even have a part.
That's
can't,
right.
Bars with the
I
good
can't find
hair.
Mike. Mike, I'm
Barth,
old.
how
Can
old
you?
is that tablecloth on that
There he
table?
is. Hold on. Here he is. Mike Green. Is that your real name?
How old's what? Oh. Redneck
Yeah.
Mark, come up here. It's
Oh,
doobie
Mike, you have a
time.
beautiful family.
Thank you. I got three beautiful girls. I'm paying for past sins, but yeah, three beautiful girls.
Oh, you like Ray. You got
Oh,
three
they're so
daughters.
Yeah,
cuties.
they're like, have your fun, motherfucker. We'll take care of you. And then
Later.
bang.
Yeah, that's why God gives you three daughters like Ray.
Yeah. But it takes a man to raise a girl, I'll tell you that.
That's right.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
hey,
like my
Mike.
father. No, it takes a real man to raise a girl. No,
Takes a man
it
to raise a
takes a
girl.
real man to have a girl and a poodle.
Mike, as a father, your only job is to keep her off of OnlyFans. If
Yeah.
you've
Look,
accomplished
it's a
that,
little bit of a praying, it's a little
that's
bit
what
of
you.
luck, and it's a lot of how you raise them.
Oh, he's in trouble. The jeans are already cut up to the thigh. like, Mike, you got
Yeah, I
problems there,
know,
brother.
right? But no, they're. I'll tell you right now, those girls, they are absolute magic. They are absolute magic. I wanted a boy, obviously, a little me running around to fuck shit up. But you get them girls, they are fucking magical. You
G-
can't. It's hard to express. Like they really are. They're fucking amazing. It's cool.
Just
girls will
remember, Mike, there's an old saying: a girl's a girl for the rest of your life. A son's a son till he takes a wife. So you're okay.
Yeah, I love them girls.
girls will change your whole way of life and how you do business.
Right, bro. Right. It like changes everything. You're like, holy shit. Because look, my job
Did
right now is to show them how a man treats a woman, right? Like that's my job, right? So like
Right.
as my with my wife, like I need to show them how a husband's supposed to be, how a man's supposed to be, and how a man treats a woman. So when they get older, they will because they say like a woman dates their dad. They don't mean like looks wise. They mean like they end up falling for a guy who's like their dad, right? Takes care of a family, does shit like that. So like my job is to show these my girls how a man is a man, how I treat a woman, how I understand stuff and how a
Ray,
woman's supposed to
start
be
shooting
treated.
people so you're like my dad.
Yeah, no, shooting people would be
What?
bad.
Wait, what? Not pull out the rifle.
No,
But
I don't
Cindy,
think Bobby
do
ever
you
used a
think
rifle.
though, like Ray and your dad, you think that they're similar?
No, nope.
Oh.
Besides being responsible, reliable, and dependable, yes, but no. Mm-mm. My father's much warmer.
So I'm taking my 4 year old daughter to Disney World next week. Pretty excited about that.
Yeah, that'll be
And they
expensive.
won't remember. She won't remember. Then they have to look at pictures 20 years from now. And they'll go, "Oh, I don't remember being there." Well, you were there. So now be quiet.
We got this appointment, this thing called the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique in Magic Kingdom, and you pick what Disney princess you want, and they do your hair and your makeup and your nails, and they put you in that Disney princess's outfit. So she wants to become Elsa from Frozen, and apparently they will do that, and that's great.
I want to do that at 42.
Scald? That's
Do they do
wonderful.
adults?
She's gonna love it.
Vlad just showed his weakness.
I think the age range is 4 to 12, but maybe they'll make an
Oh,
exception.
okay.
Did 10 grand later.
Damn.
Glad. Now I like you. Now that you're not talking politics, I really like you.
Whoa.
Wait, why would you not like him just based off his politics?
Oh, he goes too far.
He goes
Too
too far.
far. Too
He goes
He goes
way
far.
too
too
far.
far.
Scald's
Too
good
far.
people.
Too far.
Scald's good people.
Tina, who asked you?
Uh oh. Uh
Nobody.
oh.
I'm just putting my 2 cents in.
Uh oh.
It's okay, Annie. You can put your 3 cents in.
So like you girl dads, do y'all see like how you dated? Okay, alarm. How you dated and how you date, like has that changed how you date?
What do you mean?
Like before you had daughters to post daughters. Do you date the same?
That's why he's got
Oh,
three daughters, because he was a whore.
absolutely.
Well,
Oh,
that's why I said I'm paying for past sins.
he was a whore.
I'm paying for
Yes.
past sins. I had my
All
fun.
Hell
I
all
wouldn't
no, I'm
these
call me a
still
guys
whore.
dating
like
my
Ray
wife.
and Mike.
First of
Three
all, double
daughters.
standard. We don't get called whores. Double standard. Men don't get called whores. Hello.
Then
That's
what are
true.
y'all
We get
called?
called
Men?
players.
Your
Oh, okay.
whores. Your whores.
Male
Well,
whore. I've
that's
heard of
us.
a male whore.
No.
Those are
It, de-
called gigolos.
it definitely changes
Ah.
how you deal with
You
women.
speak a little male gigolo.
Oh, so
I
that's
will
why
say
God
this.
gave y'all
My
daughters?
oldest daughter. My oldest daughter is in
You
high
never
school.
heard the story, chat? Really?
Uh-uh. What story?
Right. So the saying is,
I don't have kids.
guys that banged a lot of girls when they were young, they end up with daughters.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
was
the
saying.
saying.
I'm paying for past sins.
She doesn't get it, Mike. She does not from the Northeast. She doesn't get
Yeah,
it.
the universe was like, yeah, have your fun, motherfucker, and we'll take care of
Because
you. And
karma's
now
Yep.
coming
I'm a
back.
daughter. Yeah,
And they
now
give
it
you
comes back.
daughters. Yep.
I'll
But look,
also
I'll tell you
Oh.
this.
say
I'll tell
this:
you this. My
all
my
my
oldest is
fraternity
15,
brothers.
What's the
and
guy name?
my oldest is in high school. She's 15, and I've met some of her friends, and she's got a little boyfriend right now. Well, he's cool, whatever. But I will say this: I've met some of her friends, and I will be like, I won't say anything, but I'll look at some of her friends. I'll be like, dude, I know exactly what the fuck you're just gonna be. Like, I know you. I've met 100 of you. You're a punk. You're gonna be a punk in high school, and you're gonna be a punk when you're
Mike,
20,
you're
and
not
you're
a
gonna be a
Cancer,
punk
are
when you're
you?
30. Me? No, I'm a Scorpio.
Oh, okay.
But you know what I'm saying? Like I've
Ah,
met.
hell
I
no.
don't know if anybody in here has kids that are in teenage years. It's like I see some of these kids. I'm like, dude, I know exactly what the fuck you're gonna be. You think you're all cool right now, and you're gonna be the kid who skips school, who does all this shit in high school, thinks they're cool, and when you're in your 20s and 30s, you're gonna be a fucking nobody. Because that's how it
Keep
was,
on
like with people I knew.
keep on doing the good work. My daughter's about to she's actually in med school now. The other one's about to she owns her own business and she's actually about to graduate college. Just keep
Good
on
for
doing the good
you.
work.
So I'm telling you, bro, those girls are magic, though, aren't they? Like they're absolute magic. They really are, bro. Like I don't know what it's like 'cause I don't have a boy. But my brother's got 2 boys, but I'm telling you, my girls. Oh, I wouldn't trade them for the world. They're so fucking cool.
Boys are a pain in the ass.
Oh, the girls are so fucking cool.
Are boys a
Was
pain in the ass for moms?
Yes.
Hmm. So then what do they say about sons and mothers?
I love having boys. Love it. I raised a daughter, my stepdaughter, until she was 9, from about 6 months to 9. She was tough. But my boys, I'm not saying they were super easy, but mm, I love my boys. To me, they're easier. To me.
Well, that's the thing, right? Mama's boy and daddy's girl, right? Like the. I don't know. I feel like if I was raising a boy, bro, like like I don't know, like they'd be getting in trouble and like I'd be like, yeah, 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 and then like behind the scenes, I'd give him a fist bump, be like, yeah, that's my dog.
I don't know.
Double standard.
I got a 14-year-old and I got a 10-year-old daughter, and I have like two boys in between. But my 14-year-old is giving me a run for my money. She's a good student. She makes straight A's and stuff, but she I don't know.
Sassy,
I
talks
yeah
back.
What's
no
her sign?
she's a she's an Aries,
Competitive.
and
And
I mean
she's got Tourette's.
she I don't know.
Aries now. Just
My
saying.
15-year-old's getting a little mouthy too. I'm like, yeah, hey, pump the brakes here. What's going on here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Give a little
But
grace.
yeah, I think it's the age. I think it's the age thing. Maybe she'll grow out of
Yeah.
it, but she right now she at the age where I can't tell her nothing. So
The
Oh
worst
I'm
is
just
when
yeah,
they
trying.
they
talk
know
shit
it
and it
all.
makes sense. When they say some shit that makes sense, you're like, "Fuck. Yeah, but
Yeah,
All
fuck.
you have to do is give us some scary eyes. Do you have scary eyes?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
they know my
I'm
serious.
not
Yeah,
too good at
I
I'm
shoot
not
that
too good
look
at
at them.
the
They know to shut the fuck up.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, she's giving me a run for my money right now. But it's good to hear that you guys are giving them all the praise. I need to do a better job, I guess.
So big
Hey
man,
man,
did
the only
she
job you
ever
gotta do is be there.
big
That's it.
man, you didn't really say. So
You
is she
just
being
gotta fucking be there.
sassy? Is she being
Yeah, she
sassy
just
or is
don't.
she like
She don't listen to me. She don't listen to shit I tell her to do. That's the only thing, you
Start
know.
taking some shit away from her.
mm-hmm,
Yep, and you have to have stickability. You
Yeah,
can't do empty threats. And I never did empty threats. So if I
No,
yeah,
you gotta
put them on
produce it.
punishment for a month, I stuck to it. That was the longest that we ever had punishment. But I
yeah.
stuck to it that whole month. You got to have stickability for sure.
Yeah.
So my 21-year-old, she's like really strong. And the reason why she's strong, never put my hand on her. But I tell you what, she got me when I was a peak in the Marine Corps. Let me tell you, she was doing push-ups, wall squats, all that good shit. So she knows even now at this age, if she decides to snap, she thinks twice. It pays off
Jay,
in the long.
those wall squats are the best. Go hold up the wall.
She got
Bet
strong legs, yeah.
go hold that wall up. Bet you they won't do it again.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that, like I think Mike said it best, right? Just keep on being there. They gonna overcome some of this stuff. They just going through their bodies changes.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
changing. Their body's changing. It is growing. And sometimes you gotta go through the
Yeah, that's what my
process with
mom
them.
said. Yeah, that's what my mom says. It's just a little phase. Yeah.
I remember when I was 15, that was the one time that I challenged my mom. The one time. Never did it again.
Mhm.
The one time.
Yeah, I'd say 14 to about, for me, 14 to about 17. Between 16 and 17, but they were good boys, but, I should say, they're
Well,
young
that's
men.
how it is in the South too. Like as boys, like when you grow up in the South, like I'm from Arkansas, when you get about 16, 15, 16 years old, like you end up fighting your dad because of all the beatings he gave you, all the shit, and you get that age, you're like, all right, motherfucker, like let's go, and you end up fighting your dad. Like I can only imagine what it was like for a girl
Yeah,
to get to that
absolutely.
age. Like now, like when my girls when they test their mom, like my wife, right? Like yeah, she'll treat them how like a mom would treat a daughter. But with me, like I'm not gonna spank my daughter. Like when they're little, it's like a swift hit on the butt. Like stop doing that shit, bang. But like older, like I'll take her phone away. She'll miss the next thing. She wants to go to the beach. Bang. No, you can't go to the beach. You want to do this? No. And it's like the end of the fucking world for them. Like that
Yeah.
shit is bad for
Yeah,
them.
you take that phone,
You
Well,
they
take
one
damn
shit
near
mic,
away from
one mic,
going
them,
one
bro.
mic,
they
guys.
Oh,
damn
hell
near
yeah.
going to a
Yeah,
depression. They
one mic,
going
one
to
mic.
depression. You take
And
that
they will
phone.
be okay. They
All
will
right,
be
one
It's
mic,
like
just
guys.
taking
fine.
heroin away from a.
Like real quick, guys. All right, guys, real quick. I just want to say welcome. First of all, thank you for being with us here at Debate the News. If you guys are listening to us at home, make sure you guys are downloading the Chatter podcast, the Chatter app, so that you can join us live and participate in these conversations. Also, if you are how should I put this? If you are here in the studio audience, I call it studio audience, right? Here in the audience, or on the stage with us, guys, make sure you guys look up top, click the link up top, and download a few episodes. Follow the podcast and download a few episodes. So, with that being said, hey, CH, we're going to do a hard reset for you guys over there. And if you're listening to us at home, guys, we're going to split this episode. So we have the bonus episode coming up, so that will be out later on today as well. But CH, we're going to do a hard reset. What does that mean? I mean, you guys are going to find yourself in the hallway, but you're going to be back here within 5 seconds. So with that being said, CH, we're going to do a hard reset now, and we'll